Welcome to the Main Character Podcast. I am your host, Brandon Hamblin, main character of my own story. But this podcast isn't about me. It's about you, and all of you. Every person that has ever lived on this planet, all 8 billion people here now, all that came before us, and all that will come hereafter are the main characters in their own story. My aim is to interview people that embody living in their energy and discovering from their perspective what their perception of reality is like. Buckle up. You're about to experience the world through another main character's eyes. Noah, thank you for coming. These are always my favorites when you and I just met, right?
Yes.
I don't know hardly anything about you. And so I'm excited to explore all of this.
I probably know more about you than you do about me, just because I've watched a couple of the podcasts before.
Episodes. Yeah, I don't usually. I'm an open book, so I talk too much. So maybe the podcast is good for me. I don't know. So we can. Where do you want to start? Do you want some upbringing stuff?
Sure.
That's usually a good.
It seems kind of customary to get a little bit of the background.
Yeah, a little bit of a background, and then we'll dive in from there.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
If I move this, does it make noise?
Not enough to cause an issue. And
right. It's in a good spot right now.
It's in a good spot. Yeah. No, feel free to move it around and.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let me just dive in. I'll start with my age. I'm 53.
Okay. Yep.
And I was born in Germany. My dad was in the military.
Oh, cool.
I only lived there for 6 weeks of my life.
All right.
I don't remember hardly anything.
Yeah.
I do remember some things, but my mom is like, that's from stories and pictures. And it's like, but I remember that kid that used to come and like play with me when I was little. And she's like, there's no way you could remember that.
Do you have a lot of memories from your childhood though? Like, do you remember?
Quite a bit.
Yeah. So maybe you do.
Yeah. I don't have the best memory. But I do have a lot of stuff when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I remember 3 years old getting into a car accident.
Oh yeah.
And I have such vivid memories of it.
Yeah.
It was, and this kind of leads into my story is, my parents got a divorce when I was about 2-3 years old.
Okay.
And they were high school sweethearts.
Yep.
And he was doing a lot of drugs, partying too hard, probably wasn't faithful. I don't know the whole backstory, but, and so they divorced and my mom and I were driving and we got hit, broadside.
Yeah.
And it flipped us over.
Oh, dang.
And so we're in the middle of the intersection, upside down. We both had seatbelts on.
Yeah. Good.
At that time, there wasn't.
I was going to say, you're not in a booster seat, car seat. You're just.
I don't even know if it was around at that time, to be perfectly honest. I mean, half the time kids were in the back running around, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it was, luckily I had it on. And I remember hanging upside down and looking at my mom and she's out cold.
Oh, she was out.
Yeah. And so I start freaking out. That's my mom.
Yeah.
And then people started coming to get us out and somebody pulls me out of the car. My mom's still in there, still unconscious. And I just freaked out.
Yeah.
I remember screaming and crying and still even gets me a little emotional when I think about it. And so then at some point they pulled her out. She came to and she ended up being fine. I had a huge bruise on my stomach from the seatbelt and stuff. And that was it. But yeah, that's a very vivid memory I have from a really early age.
And that makes sense because that's, we talk about our neuroplasticity and the traits that you end up having and the what's the word? Habits and different things that get formed and are really ingrained, really grooved in there. And it makes sense that when you're young, something traumatic, something way out of the ordinary, like that's going to leave a really deep groove mark in whatever the neuroplasticity is. And so
and it makes you wonder what things get stored.
Yeah, doesn't it though?
Different people, because you're a parent.
Yeah.
And how many kids do you have?
4.
Okay, I have 2. 3, sorry. I have a stepson who doesn't live with us anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's living down in Southern California.
Cool.
Yeah, so with having 3 kids, you make mistakes.
Of course.
And so, yeah, you always worry did that leave a
Yes.
long lasting mark in their brain, or
Yeah.
are they going to move past that one? Half the stuff that you think they're going to remember, they forget.
They forget. And it's the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've brought up some stuff to my dad and said, or my mom, hey, do you remember when you did this? Like I had to do some work as an adult to like get over that. And go, I don't know what you're talking about. But it's right. I'm really good with my memories as a child and as a teenager. But then as an adult, I swear my memory's just gone. And so I like my short term and my long term. Rachel was just telling me we were reminiscing about something and she had all the details. She probably has the date down. She has the weather, the temperature. She knew everything about the day. I'm like, I don't remember
That's
that
not
at all.
fair. That's a gender thing.
Is that what
that is totally a gender thing. Like my wife does that to me constantly.
Okay, it's not just me. That makes me feel better.
30% of the 70% of the time, I totally believe her. 30%, I'm like, she knows I don't remember.
Right? Is she embellishing here? Is she trying to prove a point?
Happen that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're just that much better memory wise, or if they're just good at telling stories.
Yeah, it might be that too, or both. So good. Okay, so yeah, so that doesn't surprise me that like you might remember some of those things from. You said the first 6 months, 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
So you guys are in Germany, and then between that span and your parents getting divorced, where were you guys? Back to the States, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So we lived in Northern California,
Cool.
San Jose.
Yeah.
And then my dad, when they split up, he went down to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And my mom stayed up there.
Yep.
And stayed with my mom until I was 9 years old. Cool. And pretty happy childhood.
I was going to say, yeah, childhood was good.
It was kind of weird because I only saw my dad a few times a year.
Okay.
When he would drive up to visit, or I might go down there for a weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, good, happy childhood. And yeah, until I turned about 9.
Okay. So until we get to that turning point, happy childhood. What, any siblings at that point?
No, I was an only child.
Only child.
My mom ended up getting remarried. She couldn't get remarried for the longest time because of me. Oh. So she would have suitors, let's say, coming over to the house. And another memories that are very strong. Yeah. I used to slam the door in their faces constantly. I would open the door because she was like still getting ready and stuff. And I'd open up the door and I'd be like, this is the wrong house. Or I would say something rude like, yeah, she never liked you in the first place, and slam the door. And so she had the hardest time.
Now, was that because you didn't want another guy in the house? Is that because you had a good relationship with your dad? Like, do you remember why?
I didn't have much of a relationship with my dad, but I think as every child, they always want their parents to be together. Yes. Right? I think that's just a natural,
of course, no
matter the situation.
Yeah.
But as a younger child, you want that.
Of course.
Yeah. That's really how it should be. You need both. So I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was the reason for doing that? And that you wanted your parents together. And so here's this other person coming along. I think that's what it was just protecting my mom, or maybe I just didn't have a good feeling about the person. Yeah. That's always been a big thing for me. Yeah. I sense things from people really fast.
Oh, I love that.
Like I can know if somebody is, I can know if somebody is really a pedophile. Yeah. I've sensed that lots of times where I meet somebody and they seem totally perfect. Yeah. And it's like, dude, something's not right with you and your kid, or you and this. And then some people that are just, they fake it really well. Yeah. And I'm able somehow to be able to discern that a little bit.
Yeah. Is that, how do you feel that? Is that a gut feeling? Is that just a sense? Is that a knowing? How would you describe that?
It's not intellectual. Yeah. It's just a feeling. Yeah. So it's something that's just inside, like my soul. Yeah. I think would be the best way to describe it. My soul just goes, whoa, this isn't right. Yeah. Vibrations are off, or whatever, however you want to describe that. And like my wife I've said it to my wife. I go, something's not right about that person. Yeah. And she goes, you don't judge people. It's not judging. No. I go, something is wrong. Yeah. And I don't trust that person. Why? I don't know. I don't have an honest, legitimate reason as to why. I just have a bad feeling. and then a couple years later, something will come out about that person. And
You're
it was
I knew it.
Told you.
Yeah.
And
That's
it happens
so
a
cool.
lot and I try to ignore it lots of times because I don't want to judge people or
Right.
be mistaken or, sometimes it's
Give
like,
the benefit of the doubt or something. Yeah.
But
But
I
it's
found out that seems like
more
90%
often than
of the
not.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty right on.
That fascinates me. And the reason it does is because we've become so dependent on our five senses and on logic. And there's a whole world going on around us that we can't see,
Right.
can't smell, can't touch, right? And I like the vibration piece of that. And I've said it, you probably heard it in one of the podcasts. Energy is information that vibrates. And we're all vibrating. We're all made up of, I figured this out one time. I think it's something like 28 octillion atoms, which is so it's 10 octillion. So it's 10 followed by 28 zeros. That's how many atoms we're made up of. It's a lot. But you can see my drum set. A lot of I speak the language of a musician, and you can tell when you're listening to multiple people play together. You can tell when somebody's off, right? They're flat, they're a little sharp, they aren't in tune. Well, that's vibrating. You're catching it, and you're going, okay, something's not right here. Why wouldn't that be the same between people?
And like right now, there's a lot going around with sound.
Yeah.
The vibrations of sound. Like I keep seeing, like on YouTube and stuff like that. There's this thing where they do what do they call it? The fork?
Tuning fork. Yeah.
And so they do that and they touch it against water and it starts coming into different patterns.
It's really cool,
like
isn't it?
Yeah. And so that's really curious and interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
something to sound.
Definitely something to sound. And so going along with that, I like when they put the sand on a sound plate and it like does all these different geometric shapes. And it's so that's going on all around us all the time.
Yeah.
And how are we picking that up? And so I love that because I think everybody has some kind of intuition. And I love when people recognize what that gift is in them, that you can see, you can read people. And
it's so easy to, like, I even said that I do it, of trying to push it aside.
Yeah.
And not pay attention to it.
Yeah.
So, and I know that's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to be wrong.
Right.
Either. So yeah,
that's a tough one. How do you navigate that?
It, but I've got to do it with caution.
Totally.
Yeah. Because I don't want to just go, that person is evil. There's something super wrong with that person and just walk away.
Yeah.
It's like, well, first of all, you don't walk away from somebody that might need your help.
No.
And
totally.
Secondly, okay, what if I'm a little bit off on it?
Right.
Maybe if I'm not reading it right or something.
Or they can change.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, before we started the podcast, we were talking a little bit about change, about finding the Lord, whatever that version of change is for anybody. You can go from being not a great person to being a better person.
Yeah.
And so, if you're sensing that, well, maybe how do I help?
Yeah.
Or I'm going to keep an eye on this.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so I like that. So who knows? On some of those guys, you probably did save your mom. And on others,
So the only two I remember liking.
Yeah.
One had a gull wing. Now that, do you know what that is?
Maybe.
It was a DeLorean before the DeLorean.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So
I was on the right track.
Yeah. So it's the doors that open up like this, like wings. And I remember it was this silver slick. I mean, just nice car. And it was like, he took me for a ride. I let him in the house.
Yeah, you did.
And then, because I
what
saw
did you
it
pull
in the garage,
open?
I was like,
okay. All right.
And so he let me go in it and he gave me a little drive and it was like, all right, yeah, you can date this guy if you want.
Yeah.
And
just be home by 10.
Yeah, exactly. And that lasted, I don't know how long. I think she dated him just for a short while.
Okay.
And then she ended up meeting my stepdad, my
Okay.
future stepdad, Gary. And he had a Porsche. So maybe that was a connection again. I don't know.
Also good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I allowed him. I guess I was nice to him. And but he was also somebody you had to be nice to because he demanded respect.
Ah. Was that a good thing? Was that good for you, or was that kind of hard?
It was not good growing up
Yes.
until I became an adult.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
He and we had discussed it. So we both know how I interpreted
Of course,
that
yeah.
relationship and how he did too.
Yeah.
He was jealous of me because I came from a different guy.
Yeah.
And I experienced this a lot growing up.
Yeah.
So I think he saw my dad when he saw me.
Yeah.
And that was competition.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My stepmom did the same thing. She hated me.
Oh.
I mean, she was really bad to me.
Yeah.
I used to call her my wicked stepmom. And
Yeah.
she didn't want me to have relationships with my half brother and sister. And yeah, it just made me feel like a third class citizen.
That's terrible.
But it was because she saw my mom and she knew. She was worse, I think, because she knew that my dad was still in love with my mom and wished that he had never messed up so bad.
Yeah.
Because he had, for the most part, cleaned up his act.
Yep.
But yeah, I ended up going to live with him when I was 9.
Okay. Yep.
And that was basically because I was the high school. I was the school clown.
Yeah.
You know, I was always goofing off.
Yeah.
I wasn't very mature for my age. And so my mom was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm trying. He's not listening to me anymore. He's just not showing the respect and demeanor that he needs to succeed in school and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went to go live with my dad a year sooner than what they had initially agreed upon.
Okay. Yeah.
And my dad was working nights, sleeping in the day.
So it was stepmom. And was he remarried at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, he got married in like 80 and I moved there in like 81.
Yeah.
And so they had already had a daughter at that point.
Okay.
And yeah, that was really rough.
Yeah.
My stepmom and I confronted a lot. And I wasn't quick to bow down to her pressure.
Yep.
And so I stood up against it. And then that caused more problems, which caused the two of them to argue and fight every night.
Oh no.
So I felt guilty because it was usually about me.
Yeah.
I felt, go get her, Dad, go get her. Yeah. She's, evil to me and I need somebody to stand up for me because I really can't. But then it was so bad that I used to hide in my room.
Yeah.
Because I would just hear the yelling in the distance and I felt bad. I'd grab my sister and bring her in and just, and just try to protect each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that was from like 3rd grade or so until my freshman year of high school. And that's when my dad divorced her.
Oh.
And then we moved away. And, or stayed in the same area, but we were out the streets of town.
Yeah.
So
that would be really hard.
Which part?
All of it. And what I mean by that is, I had a previous guest on and she is raising her 2 boys and the oldest doesn't show her a lot of respect. The younger one, it sounds like, does. But then it's, okay, well, Dad, you need to step in and you need help here. And I think about it with my kids and my oldest, my 14-year-old, him and I get along famously. I still make sure that it's kind of weird as a parent trying to maintain that dad, but also I'm raising somebody that I like. And so I'm not your friend, but I'm your parent, right? Like how did that
the friendship comes.
Yes. Oh yeah. And I
just hold off until they're adults.
Right.
It's for as much as you can. You can still be friendly and have fun times.
Yes.
But you got to keep that distance until they're adults. And my son and I didn't mean to jump.
No, please.
But I was just going to say, my son and I talked about this just recently.
Yeah.
And I go, Shane, you're one of my favorite people.
Yes.
And I can open up to my son and he's 13.
Yeah.
I can open up to him so easily.
Yes.
But I still got to be his dad.
Yes.
And I told him, I said, when you're an adult, we're going to be friends.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll go, I'll always be your dad. I'll always be here for advice. And whenever you need me, I'm here.
Further down the life path, I've seen a few things. I can give you some advice.
Yeah. But I'm not going to control your life. I'm not going to I mean, you'll be able, like, he's 13, so he'll slip a few words that he shouldn't be saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you're older, we can talk like that a little bit more.
Right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And for now, we're camping, I'll let you get away with that sort of stuff. It's something about being out in the woods. It's like, just be a man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
Exactly.
It's okay. Just don't say that stuff around your mom. Never said that. Actually, never said that.
I'll edit that part out. Yeah. Well, and that's what's weird to me is, so I agree 100% with all of that. Back to the relationship between mother and father and son. My wife, though, her and Gabriel will get into the silliest arguments, and I go, okay, so is that a son to mother thing? Is that a son? But then there's a little bit more respect for a father, son to father thing. Like that dynamic always, because it is different, right? You're always going to have a different relationship with your mom and your dad. But your mom, it sounds like you had a good relationship with her, except, okay, this is more than I can handle. You got to go see dad.
I had a great relationship with my mom.
And so when I say, man, all that sounds crazy, because then you go live with your dad, and I'm sure you started to build up a relationship with dad a little bit more. I
didn't see him.
Oh, you didn't see him because he's working nights.
He was working graveyards. He was a probation officer.
Yeah.
And he was picking up extra shifts and stuff too.
Yeah.
So I hardly ever saw him. I'd see him for maybe an hour or two every day, I think.
Yeah.
And that was like that for the first, I think, 2 years, maybe 3.
Yeah.
And then he got on a daytime shift. And then I started seeing him on a more regular basis. But yeah, the first couple of years I'm moving in with people I don't know.
You don't know.
I hardly know my dad.
Well, you lose your friends because you're going to a new school. You barely see your dad. Your stepmom is probably, because she had your baby sister a year before you moved up there.
Yeah.
So probably some postpartum in there in some way, shape, or form. She's also taking on another woman's child, which I understand, like, there's something biological about that.
I think so.
Although, side note on that, my dad married my mom when I was a year old and never treated me anything less than his son, so I count myself lucky, because I think more often than not, it's not that way. I think it's more evil stepmom. I mean, there's a reason why we have fairy tales where that is the story, right? There's an evil step-parent that doesn't like the existing kids.
And it is really hard. I actually told myself, I didn't, jumping ahead a little bit, but I didn't get married until I was 39.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I was single all throughout that before.
4 decades of your life.
Yeah. And so I always said I would never marry somebody that has a child.
Uh-huh. And then you did.
Yeah, and then I did. But it was, and I have a reason why I did too, actually. But the idea was, if that dad is in the picture, that's going to make things really hard. And how can I be, I'm always going to be that stepdad.
Right.
I'll never be the dad.
Yeah.
And that's going to cause problems. Now you're interacting, your family has now got this other person and potentially their spouse and kids and stuff like so. And when that child goes to their dad's house, then they're going to learn certain things.
Yep.
And that may not be the same things that we're teaching.
Right.
So it can conflict with each other. So
different parenting styles, different moralities, different rules, different everything.
And so I said I would never do it. And there was probably a few ladies in there that I turned down because of it.
Yeah.
And then when I ended up getting married, and she had a 3-year-old son.
Oh, yeah.
But the dad was out of the picture.
Yeah.
He was around, but he didn't really want to put the effort in.
Yep.
He didn't really want to, and I don't mean to speak for you, but it seemed that he just didn't want to be a parent.
Yeah. Yep.
And so he wasn't putting in the effort until I stepped into the picture. Now there's competition. He wants to get back into it.
Isn't that funny?
But one of the reasons why I was willing to go into the marriage was knowing that he was out of the picture.
Yeah.
It was confirmed to me multiple times. And from what I saw, he wasn't putting in any effort at all. And so it was like, okay, I think this would work.
Yeah.
And then,
and then it got complicated after.
It caused a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But the reason why I was saying that was about it is difficult when you have a stepchild
Yeah.
to treat them exactly like your kids.
Yeah.
I tried really hard.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't have the same feeling as I do with my two children as I did with my stepson.
Yeah.
I loved him. I did everything I could to make him into the best person I could and spending time with him and all this stuff. And then it got combated. I'm trying to choose my words a little bit because I don't know who's going to hear this. And if he hears it, I don't want to come across as a total jerk or anything like that. But they would say some negative things about me. Yeah. And so he would hear that, and then that would be a conflict between us. Yeah. And it got deeper and deeper and deeper and bigger as the years went on. Yep. He's almost an adult now. Yeah. And he's living with his dad now, which is something he always wanted to do. Yeah. And so it's like, all right, go experience
good for him.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Yeah.
But all I've ever wanted is the best for him. Yeah. And I've sacrificed a lot to help him get that. Yeah. And lots of times I was like, dude, I'm such a good dad, man. I'm rocking this. I'm putting so much effort towards this child, and he's not even mine. Yeah. And I started thinking that. And then later on, I started looking back and was like, I don't know if I was as good as I thought I was. Because there was plenty of times where, I would, and my wife has pointed it out before too, is you wouldn't, if Shane did that, what he did, you would treat it differently. And it was like, okay, at first I defended myself, and it was like, that's because Shane can hear things and learn. Yeah. My stepson doesn't quite do that. Yeah. He has to experience it more than just hear it.
Yeah. He needs to touch the stove versus being told, don't touch the stove.
Exactly. Yeah. And I said, so yeah. And that was always defensive of that, because it's like, I can't be a bad stepdad. What are you talking about? Yeah. But then looking back on it, I regret a lot of things. And it wasn't malicious. No. It's just, you treat your children a little different.
Of course.
At least I did. I can't say everybody, but for me, as much as I thought I wouldn't, I did. Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, even within my 4 kids, I treat I try and parent. There's a goal that I have in my parenting, right? I want to produce these smart, conscientious, socially adept, critical thinking adults, right? That is what I'm raising my kids to do and to be good people. The path for each one of them is going to be different.
Oh, yeah.
And so my parenting has to adapt to each one of them. So my oldest and my third have definitely gotten more, they've been yelled at more. They've, like, all those things that you end up going, man, I was a bad parent for doing that. They got spanked more. They got whatever it was, they were getting corrected more. Where my second and my fourth, my daughter, she is the easiest of all. And my oldest will remind my wife and I and say, you don't spank them enough. You beat me all the time. You need to start spanking those kids more. And, so learning along the way, but also, some kids, you find out, dang, they do need to touch the stove. It doesn't matter how much I warn them, they're going to touch the stove. Yeah. And then I got a couple of my kids that if I tell them not to do something, they don't do it. And so I think there's something to your defense on that. I'm backing that up because I think that's true. But then when you add in that, everything, even within Rachel and I, we try not to correct each other or blame or do any of that in front of the kids, right? Because the kids are going to cling on to that and go, oh, well, you said mom does this. And then it just keeps getting amplified more and more and more. When you have another dad in the picture, maybe another stepmom, all those other things, and maybe there's tension there already between the adults, and the kid gets, parented one way in one house and then goes to the other house, and you're having to correct what the parent did in the other house. Mm-hmm. Of course that's going to get amplified because there's already tension all the way around anyways. Yeah. So I mean, you're playing in a sandbox where there's already some disadvantages.
The cat already pooped in the sandbox.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly it. And we've been talking about vibes of different people and sensing in other people. Your stepmom might be the evil stepmom, but we all end up thinking that we're the good guy in the story.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'd be curious to find out from her, what was it like? Right. Cause I tried my best. And maybe you've had this conversation with her.
No,
Maybe you've never talked to her. It's been decades, but
when we moved out, that was pretty much it. We've talked a few times since then, and it was like, we're playing it off like, hey, it was all good. Yeah, sure. Whatever. But no, there's always been tension after the fact.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I'm free from you.
Yeah. Yeah. But right. I mean, very few people are just evil for the sake of being evil.
Right. She had a reason.
She had a reason. So anyways. Okay. I've gone on enough tangents. Let's pick the story back up.
All right. Let's see. So basically them divorcing.
Yep. And you were how old when they divorced?
16.
Okay. Oh, that's a good age.
I believe it happened at my 4, so 8. So yeah, it would have been probably my freshman year.
Okay.
And so we lived in Santa Barbara, California.
I love Santa Barbara.
And I used to.
Yeah, well, yeah, it used to be great.
It changed so much. And
it breaks your heart, doesn't it?
It does.
Every person that I talked to that grew up in California was like, it's not the same.
Santa Barbara was so nice when I first got there and up through my high school years. And then it just started declining more after that. Recognize.
No.
And it's not as beautiful as it once was because now it's like a desert.
Yeah.
They have no water. But let's see, sorry, I lose my train of thought.
I do too. So you're 16, freshman, they get divorced.
Okay.
You're in Santa Barbara.
So we move up to a town called Lompoc.
I know where Lompoc is.
Okay. So it's about 45 minutes north of Santa Barbara.
Yep.
I still was going to school in Santa Barbara. My dad worked in Santa Barbara.
Oh.
So we would travel 45 minutes each way to go to school and work. So,
dang. Was he now day shift then, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So he was doing like the 8 to 5 type thing.
Yeah.
So it worked out great.
It's perfect.
We could drive down together. When I didn't have a car, I think when we first moved up there, I did, because I turned 16 at the end of my freshman year.
Yeah.
So yeah, we lived up there, and from then on out, I didn't have a parent. It was
I was going to say,
it was, he was always a really good friend with me.
Yeah.
But was not a good dad.
Yeah. How do you define that?
Well, you've heard it said that if a parent disciplines you, it's because they love you.
Yep.
I had no discipline. I'm not saying my dad didn't love me.
Yeah.
But he didn't nurture me growing up.
Yeah.
So I would do things that I shouldn't be doing. And his response would be, oh, sweet. So tell me more. As opposed to, whoa, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I had no curfew. One time I snuck out of the house, I think it was my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
Just because. And my dad caught me.
Yeah.
And he said something the next day and he goes, so why'd you sneak out of the house? And I go, oh, because my buddy Brian does it all the time. Oh, sorry, Brian. But my other friends are sneaking out of the house.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, but you don't have to. You don't have a curfew. And I go, I just wanted to see if I could.
Oh.
And he was like, all right, so you couldn't. And I was like, all right, lesson learned.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, it didn't matter what I was doing.
Yeah.
I remember, well, that's another story. But yeah, he just was never the dad.
Yeah.
He wasn't teaching me morals. He wasn't disciplining me when I needed it. And I needed it.
Yeah.
And I think a teenage boy does need it for the most part. Now, obviously all people are different.
Right.
But at least my personality definitely needed some reining in.
Some guardrails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the freedom was nice, but it was him doing what he wished he had.
Yeah.
Not what is right for me.
Right.
when years later, so I mentioned I have a half brother and half sister.
Yeah.
My half brother is 12 years younger than me.
Yep.
And my sister is 8 years younger.
Yeah.
So when I was, I don't know, mid 20s or so, I took my dad to a Raider game.
Yeah.
He's a big Raider fan. And so I took him to the game, and halfway through the game, we've been drinking all game, maybe, pre-party before the game and stuff, tailgating. And halfway through the game, we're not watching the game. We are crying like little babies, telling each other the story of how we viewed my high school years.
Oh.
And it was really wild because my dad doesn't cry very often. But to see him break down and cry after hearing how I perceived those high school years was it was a good experience for us.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing from that was I told him, you need to be a dad
to your siblings. Yeah.
Yeah. My sister, I wasn't that worried about for whatever reason, maybe because she was a girl. But it was like, my brother, you've got to be a parent.
Yeah.
I understand what you were doing with me, and you were trying to be the cool parent and this and that, but that doesn't help me become to become an adult.
Right.
Better or worse, whatever. It's like you need somebody to raise you.
Yes.
And that's the parent's job. And so when a parent decides to be a
friend instead of a parent,
it tends to go bad.
Yeah.
In all the experiences I can really think of off the top of my head, they went through alcohol, drugs, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of things that I regret.
Yeah.
I wish I had a dad that would have busted my butt for doing any drugs, for drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
And like, I remember my dad telling me that girls want a playboy. All girls want a playboy. So if you're dating this girl and she's pretty and stuff like that, well, all the other pretty girls are going, what's so great about him? So I grew up as what I guess you call it, a player.
Yeah.
I was a male version of a whore. It was bad.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until my senior year, there was this one girl that I had always wondered why we never dated.
Yeah.
We were in the same circle, stuff like that. I always thought she was really pretty.
Yeah.
And she told me, she goes, I would have dated you, but you're a player. And I go, what do you mean? I thought that's what girls want. And she goes, no, I don't want somebody who's going to bounce around from girl to girl to girl. I want somebody that wants me.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you serious? Like, I literally was blown away by hearing that.
Yeah.
I was like, but my dad said.
Right.
Which takes me back to being a parent, not a friend. I believed my dad.
Yeah.
And took it wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And
why wouldn't you?
But if he could have done that with other things.
Yes.
To actually give me morals.
Yes.
To give me the structure to grow up, I would have listened.
Yeah.
But he never did that, except for on some things that were not good for me.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Because I believe that wholeheartedly. And I was blown away to find out that that was not reality.
Yeah. When it came to authority figures or people that you looked up to, I take it your dad was on that list. Maybe not as an authority, but was he somebody that you looked up to?
It's a tough one.
Definitely
not as an adult.
Right.
Maybe. I must have looked up to him a little bit.
Right. Because if you take what he said as gospel, then there had to be some buy into who he was. So
yeah. And I did like him.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
And you can probably hear from my tone how this is going to evolve as the story goes on.
Yeah.
I think that's evidence right there that, he could have helped me out so much more.
Right.
Because I was willing to listen.
Yeah. That's well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the story with my dad growing up.
I'm still,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get over the fact that you guys were crying at a Raiders game.
I know, right?
Of all the places,
And-
that's not one that I would chalk up there as we're going to cry here. Nope.
No, not at all. It is so crazy.
Yeah.
But that was one of those moments that both of us, I think, could look back on
Yeah.
and go, that was a huge moment.
Yes, for sure.
Huge. Like
Yeah.
it was already, it was already pretty huge.
Yeah.
That I brought him along. It was the first time I took him to an event.
Cool.
So it was like, I bought your ticket.
Yeah.
I took him with all my friends and we had a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a bus with a whole bunch of us driving up there. And it was cool for him to experience me with all my friends.
Yeah.
And we were 27,
Yeah.
right around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good experience. And he did a pretty good job with my brother.
Did he? I was going to say, yeah, following up on that.
Yeah, he did.
He took that advice to heart and
he
started
did.
parenting.
I was really happy
That's
with
great.
it. He didn't do a great job, but he did a better job.
Better job. Yep.
I was also there for my brother too.
Yeah.
He was like a son to me
Yeah.
because of the age difference.
Yeah. 12 years, 13
12.
years, 12.
Yeah. So like I gave up a job in Colorado as an apprenticeship with the fly fishing instructor in Aspen.
Oh, that would have been. Oh, yeah.
I
Kick yourself a little bit.
regret it.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Because no, I stayed in Santa Barbara because my brother was going into high school at the time.
Okay. Yep.
And it was like, I want to be here to help him.
Yeah.
And was I helpful? Yes. But my life would be totally different.
Totally different. Yeah.
But then my wife also reminds me, we may never have been
Yep.
together if I was living in Colorado.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. That's one of those timelines where don't you wish you could just see like whatever that parallel universe is, wherever that was the choice that you made, what does that look like now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know.
Yeah. Interesting. There's something about this life. I was just on a fishing trip and my third brother out of the four of us, I'm the oldest, and he's the only one of the three of us that isn't in a serious relationship, very much likes the bachelor lifestyle. He's always got a little bit of a playboy. And because he's so self-focused, when we're getting out of the boat, grabbing tackle, grabbing everything else, he doesn't even grab all of his stuff and he just walks back to the cabin. And
Really?
and it made me realize that one of the most important things that we can do as humans is ask, how can I help? Right? Is to be there for other people. It's the giving, it's the serving. Like when you boil it all down, that's a really important aspect of how we socially are as humans. And so for you to be willing to sacrifice a dream gig to go help your brother, that's to me, that says a lot about who you are as a person. And so, yeah, that timeline might have been a lot of fun, but to your point, you miss out on your wife. You miss out on helping your brother. I mean, there's a lot there that the ripple effect of that decision, I think, would prove out to be the better version, the better choice of the two.
Well, I was actually talking to my wife about this recently, because I'm not happy with where we are financially.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, who is?
I think well, I know a few.
There's a couple out there.
But I didn't get married until I was 39.
Yeah.
I really didn't take life that seriously.
Right.
You know, as far as longevity.
Yeah.
I used to think I was going to die at the age of 54.
Yeah, don't do that.
Haven't gotten there yet, so yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. And my family,
we got a year to go.
Yeah, not my wife, my other family members have said, why? Why 54? And I said, I have no idea. It's just always been in my head.
Oh.
And I hope it's longer.
Yeah.
But I really don't know.
Yeah.
So I lived my life kind of that way,
Uh-huh.
thinking I don't have to worry about retirement.
Yeah.
I'm not even getting married. And I've been wanting to my whole life.
Yeah.
All throughout my 20s, I wanted to be married.
Oh.
I'd always been told as growing up, you're going to be such a great dad. And it was like, oh, that's really cool. And so it just always got fed into my head. And so I thought I was going to be married pretty early on. No, it wasn't until I was 39.
Yeah.
And so I always had good jobs,
Yeah.
for what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I turned down so many opportunities to get rich or
Uh-huh.
to be really financially set
Yep.
because I never thought money was important.
Right.
It was experiences in life. It was being the best I can be. And yeah, really getting those experiences. I traveled a lot.
Yeah.
And but I turned down money so many times
Yeah.
because I just wasn't interested in it.
Right.
Now I regret it
Yeah.
because now I'm 53 years old. I don't own a home.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm going to do for retirement and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, my son asked me, so what year do you think you'll retire? And I said, I think I will work until the day I die.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you serious? I go, yeah. I said, mom can retire.
Yeah.
She's a teacher. She's going to have good benefits, all this stuff. I don't have that. I was working for mom and pop type places.
Right.
Every time I was offered something corporate, or, nah, I don't want that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to stick with mom and pop stuff.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, the money got me where I needed to go at the time, but it didn't give me savings or anything like that.
Yeah.
Didn't really have anybody directing me in that way
Yeah.
of, hey, I get what you're doing, but you got to be smart about the future.
Yeah. Well, and you weren't learning that from mom or dad.
No,
You didn't have it modeled for you.
No, my mom, well,
Oh, maybe.
my mom was pretty good about it, but I was told by both of my parents to limit your expectations.
Mm.
So I was never told, yeah, you can go out there and do that.
Yeah.
No, it was like, go get a job at the post office.
Yeah.
That's a reliable job. You'll get benefits. You'll have retirement, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And I've talked to my son about that too. I mean, we've talked about it, a wide array of different job opportunities for him. But I was like, one of them was, yeah, if you work for the post office or the city, county, something like that, you are set. And you can retire at a very early age and you're going to be making 80% of whatever it was that you were making when you retired. Yeah. I go, I wish I would have done that, or I wish I would have, done the fly fishing or something that would have brought me more money.
Yeah.
I was offered a job in New Zealand.
Cool.
To manage 5 smoothie shops.
Nice.
Because I had already done that in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And I was like, trained their managers and all that stuff. So when I went down there, I went into the smoothie shop, and this guy, the way the whole place was run was wrong. And I walked in, I go, can I talk to your owner? And they go, oh, the owner's not here right now, but I'm the manager. I was like, oh, can I just give you a couple points?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, that'd be great. So I started telling him how he could rearrange things and do things differently. And he's like, dude, you know so much. You should talk to the owner. And I was like, all right. So he introduces me to the 2 owners.
Instead of feeling like he was.
No, he was like, come help me.
Yeah. Yeah. I need it. Let's go.
And so the owners offered me like $200,000. This was when I was like 28, 29, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And they offered me $200,000 a year to run 5 of their businesses, 5 of their stores. And
in New Zealand.
In New Zealand. It was in Auckland, was their main location.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, give me a little time to think about it.
Yeah.
And so I thought about it, and
what did you have going on that you're like, nope, I'm not doing that right now? Was there a girl?
It's a great question. There was a girl.
Okay.
In New Zealand.
You totally could have gone.
And she was one of the dancers at Coyote Ugly.
Oh my gosh, Noah.
So they opened up a Coyote Ugly the day I got to New Zealand.
Oh, and you were at that grand opening, weren't you? Yeah, you were.
Oh, yeah. And this was 2 years after the movie came out.
Oh my gosh.
I think the time frame matches up about
that.
And so, I met this girl and we hit it off.
Yeah.
And I was there for, gosh, I forget now. A couple months, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, we hit it off. I get this job offer.
Yeah.
The people I'm staying with, friends of a friend.
Yeah.
And my friend is the one that paid for my trip down to New Zealand.
Oh, very nice of him.
I could stay with her friends.
Yeah.
And one of them had a sailboat. We went sailing for 3 days around New Zealand, and that was a whole adventure in itself. Like I was sailing while he was down making us lunch.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, cover the wheel." And I was like, "All right." So I took the wheel. Everything's going good. I go, "Hey, off in the distance, I'm seeing a storm coming."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. You got time." And I'm like, "Okay." About 5 minutes rolls past, and I go, "I don't know how much time we have. Like, it looks like it's coming up on us." And he goes, he said, he's like, "Just keep it level when it hits, and you'll be fine." And I said, "Okay." It hit. He stayed down there. I don't understand if it was, let's test this guy, see what's
let's see what this American can do.
Yeah. And they're huge sailors down there in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
They won the cup. Well, I guess that was a long time ago. I'm showing my age, I guess. But I remember when that was a huge deal for them. But he stayed down there, and the boat is tipping to the left, and it feels like the keel is going to come out of the water.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a sailor.
Yeah.
I learned it in the day before while we were doing this.
Yeah.
And I go, his name was David. I go, David, it's going to flip. It's going to flip. He goes, "Turn the wheel." And I go, "I did." He goes, "Do it again." So I turn the wheel. Now we're turning this way. So I crank
You're
it this
cranking
way.
it. Yeah.
Oh, no. It depends on which direction the wind is blowing.
You're supposed to steer into it or against it.
Yeah. So sometimes you're steering this way to level out.
Yeah.
Other times, depending on the wind, you've got to turn away from it for it to level out. I had no clue. Nobody told me that. So I'm turning it this way, and we're tipping over more. And I'm screaming at him, and he goes, "Turn it the other way." And I go, okay. And I turn it the other way, and we level out. And I was like, whoa. And then once the storm passed, he comes out with lunch, all casual. And
That's so good.
I go, "Okay, what just happened?"
Right.
And he goes, and so he explains everything to me.
Yeah.
And I go, "Okay, I need to know that."
Yeah, you do.
Dude.
That feels like a theme throughout your life. Like this is the parenting or the teaching or the we're just figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you the guidance that you need. I'm not gonna give you the guardrails. I'm not just you'll figure it out. You'll be fine.
And he's barking orders at me, and it's the same order. I mean,
yeah,
he's saying
with no explanation though. With no,
it's like, okay, but which direction?
If it's not working the way that you tried it, try it the other way.
He actually said that to me. He goes, "If you turn in one way and it doesn't work, go the other way." And I was like, "Oh no, that's common sense."
Oh gosh,
that does make so much sense, because I'm sitting here going, "Crank it more." No, it didn't work. Crank it more. And you're still tipping sideways. Yeah, it was a cool adventure.
The other way. Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was really cool. And
so you're down there for a few months. You go on this amazing sailing adventure, learn a lot. You have this $200,000 job offer. You've got a girl that's dancing at Coyote Ugly. Why are you not still in New Zealand?
So after a week of thinking about it and praying on it, I had to say no and turn it down.
Yeah.
And I told this girl that I was dating at the time, and she goes, "Are you crazy? What are you talking about?" I go, "I think I have to go home."
Oh.
And she goes, "Why?" And I said, "I don't know." I said, "But something's wrong. I'm not supposed to be here."
Oh.
And, the chills start popping.
Yeah.
And so I turned down the job offer. Oh, and part of the job offer was I had to sign a contract that kept me in New Zealand for 2 years.
Okay.
And
I'm sure that probably helped with the visa and some other stuff too on top of it.
Possibly,
but they wanted to make sure.
But I had to stay there for 2 years. I couldn't go back to America.
Couldn't even visit?
I think there was like a week a year.
Yeah. Okay. So there was some caveat.
They wanted to make sure that I was there and committed.
Yeah.
So I turned it down, and they go, "Can we ask why?" And I said, "I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know."
Yeah.
And everybody thought I was crazy because I didn't know why I was turning down this opportunity.
Yeah. Because it all lines up. That's all good.
Yeah.
But again, intuition, something's telling you.
And boy, was it. I got home, and my mom had cancer.
Oh, no.
She lived for 2 more years.
Oh, my gosh.
2 more years. So I never would have been able to say goodbye.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to spend those remaining years with her, which as soon as I found out, I moved up there.
Yeah.
And I got a job at a Blockbuster just to hold me over while I was there, because I didn't know how long I was there for.
Right.
And I was there for a year, maybe a year and a half, before she passed on.
Yeah.
And but I was able to be there and spend so much time with her because I missed a lot of it.
Yeah.
I left when I was 9, and I would go back for summers.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving, Christmas, stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, to be able to really spend that time with her,
you wouldn't trade that for the world.
No, it's worth 200,000 easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that was one of those things where and maybe that helped to teach me how unimportant money was.
Yeah.
And those experiences are.
Yeah.
So yeah, spending that time with my mom was a blessing.
Yeah.
And it showed me to trust my instincts.
Yeah.
And when things are pointing you in a different direction,
listen.
Yeah, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's amazing.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really neat. And then, yeah, my mom, well, I don't want to jump too far ahead. But let's see, let me backtrack just a little bit.
Yeah.
And let's see. So after high school, I played a lot of sports in high school.
I was wondering. Yeah.
And I've always.
What were your sports?
Football, wrestling, track. I did shot put and discus.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I've a funny story that I was just telling my son the other day, actually. I was running in the 400.
Yeah.
Because they just needed a body.
Right.
Our coach goes, hey, somebody raise their hand. I need somebody to go out there. We don't have anybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll go run.
Yeah. Why not?
He goes, all right. So I go out there, and I thought I was pretty fast. So there's this guy in the race. His name is Napoleon Kaufman. And he was actually probably the best running back to ever play at University of Washington.
Oh, cool.
And then he ended up going to the Raiders.
Yeah.
And then he retired super early.
Yeah.
And became a pastor.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, it was really cool because he grew up in a really rough life.
Yeah.
And he flipped things around. It was like get out of the ghetto type situation.
Yeah.
And because there were some really bad areas of Lompoc, which is where he was from.
Yeah. Was the federal penitentiary, federal prison there at the time?
Yeah.
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 That's how I know it.
And it could have been part of the bad vibe with that area.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we were running in this race, and they line you up diagonally, right?
Yeah.
So the further out you are, the further ahead you are.
Right.
So I was second to last.
Okay.
Napoleon was, I think, second.
Yeah.
And so gun goes off. Boom. I start running. I passed the guy on the right.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is cakewalk.
Yeah, I got this.
And I'm running. Everything's looking good. I'm in the front, right?
Yeah.
And then we get to the 100-yard, and Napoleon flies past. Whoosh. And I went, don't stress out.
Yeah.
That's Napoleon.
Yeah.
He's like the fastest man on the planet. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You knew what his reputation was.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so I'm running along. And then whoosh, there goes somebody else. And then whoosh, another one. And I'm going, uh-oh, this isn't good. At least I'm ahead of these guys. And then the guy on the right passes me.
Oh, no.
And it was like...
Coach was like, I needed a body, maybe not this body.
Yeah, exactly. I felt so bad. I felt so embarrassed. I've always been... I'm a B+ athlete.
Yeah.
So no matter what sport it is,
you're competitive.
No matter what game it is.
Yeah.
It could be cornhole in the backyard.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yes.
But I'm not the best.
Right.
But I'm really good. I'm better than the average person.
Yes.
But I'm definitely not the best. I'm not that A-star recruit type thing.
Yep.
But in my eyes, I had an ego at the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm running, and then another person passes. And then now I'm like, I don't know, second, third to last.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I can't. And this is at home. Stadium is full. My girlfriend's in the stadium.
Oh, no.
So I dropped to the ground, and my ankle. I'm screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
My coach comes running over, and my girlfriend comes running over, and before she gets there, my coach got there, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, what happened? What happened? Are you all right? And I was like, man, I was losing too bad. I had to take a dive. And he was like,
yeah,
I got it. I got it. And then he sees my girlfriend running up and he goes, okay, hey, be very careful of that ankle when you lift him up. And so my girlfriend's sitting there going, oh, my poor sweetheart, it got hurt. But it was, yeah.
Thank you, coach.
It was, yeah.
That's
it was like,
so
thumbs
good.
up, buddy. And
that's great.
I felt bad because I should have treated him a little bit better too.
Oh, coach.
Yeah. I took his car one time and he had a Volkswagen Bug. And we had this turnaround in the school parking lot.
Yeah.
And so me and a few other football players picked up his car and put it in between two trees in the island of the turnaround. And so when he got out there at the end of the day, he's like, what the? And he's just pissed. And you can hear him from classrooms.
Yeah.
Yelling and screaming. And we come out there and we're laughing, thought it was so funny.
Oh, yeah. It is funny.
And he, like, if I remember correctly, I think he pointed at me.
Oh,
because maybe I laughed too hard or I don't know, but he was like, come here. And I came over and he's like, who did this?
Yeah.
Did you do this? And I assume I probably was like,
that class clown reputation carried on. Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know how you got it in here, but get it out. And so I grabbed a few of the linemen and I was like, guys, let's do this. Yeah. And so we picked it up and moved it to the side.
Oh, that's so, my mouth hurts. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Oh gosh, that's good. Well, that was a memory that he probably, I mean, he was telling stories about that.
Oh, yeah.
Forever. So, yeah, as mad as he was initially, that was a good prank.
Yeah. I mean, that was the best prank I remember doing in high school.
Yeah.
Actually, and we did a lot of pranks.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, we had a nickname for our group.
Yeah.
We were called the CDC.
Okay.
And it was the Cut Down Crew.
Oh.
It all started with, you know how people stand in circles at lunchtime and stuff like that or what have you?
Congregate.
Yeah. And then somebody would walk through us lots of times. And it was like, you're not even a part of this conversation. You just walked right through our circle.
Yeah. What are you doing?
So we would start cracking on them, cracking jokes. And so it was like, we cut them down to size.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if we came up with the name or how it happened, but we got to be kind of known for cracking jokes and being the funny guys and the partiers and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And, it was probably my downfall. Me and my best friend, Brian, we both stopped playing sports.
Oh.
Yeah. We were too busy too interested in partying.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was, if there was a party, or let's say it's a Friday.
Yeah.
I'm the person to come talk to. Where's all the parties at?
Where's it happening? Yeah.
We threw a lot of parties.
Oh, yeah.
We turned it into a business.
Oh, cool.
I was very old looking for my age.
Okay.
Which is weird because I'm told that I look young for my age.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't have guessed you were 53.
So ever since I was about 21,
Yeah.
I've looked younger.
Ah.
But when I was 16, everybody thought I was 21.
Ah, yes.
So there was a couple spots in town I could buy beer.
Yeah.
And so I would buy kegs.
Yeah.
And cases, whatever you needed, hard liquor. And so we would throw these big parties.
Yeah.
And so we got to be known for that. And then sports just went up.
Well, yeah.
And I regret it because I would have loved to have continued on.
Yeah.
It would have been neat. Now, but then on the flip side, there's a lot of injuries in sports.
Yeah, there are.
And
what did you play in football?
I was an outside linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really small for an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
They're usually 6'2", 6'5". I mean, they're usually
got a little bit more weight on them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guys I was going against were all 6'3".
Oh, geez.
But I changed my mentality. I did a lot of bad things growing up, but
but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like, I mean,
it was playful bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It wasn't like, there's not that much I'm fully ashamed of. I'm a little disappointed in myself for a lot of it. There's some that
if you were parenting yourself, you would have directed yourself in different ways.
Definitely.
But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Hey, there's this fun thing that I get to go do. I'm going to go do the fun thing. It's a good experience. Let's go. I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. like I said, everybody always said I'd be such a great dad.
Yeah.
I was a good person, and I
Yeah.
know I was,
Yeah.
and I was very liked and stuff like that. But I think the best way to describe it, and I think I even described it back then as the Tasmanian devil.
Oh.
So when I got on the field, you had to change your mentality
Yeah.
and just get a little blah, 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 a little crazy out there.
Yeah.
Know?
That was a good Taz, by the way.
Yeah. Nobody can stop you. You're spinning.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't hit you head on.
Yeah.
I had to spin off you.
Yeah.
I had to throw hook arms to try to get past you.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things that I had to do to combat the fact that I wasn't big.
Yeah.
And I would beat out some guys that were 6'3" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't stick with it. I wish I would have.
Yeah.
It would have been, I think, a better high school experience even.
Yeah.
Because I was just so quick to want to get out of high school and
Well, but most people are.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you're, from a social perspective, you're popular because where are the parties at?
Right.
Everybody wants to know what Noah's doing. So, I mean, there's some appeal there too.
Yeah.
Why not?
I was like, I did the leadership thing.
Yeah.
We put on activities at lunchtime, and I did that on purpose actually to keep me there.
Oh,
because I was leaving.
Yeah.
I started smoking cigarettes at sophomore year of high school, I think.
Yeah.
Before that, I was dipping since 5th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Because I grew up in a country town.
Yeah.
And so everybody was dipping and stuff. And then dipped all the way through high school. And then, started smoking cigarettes. And I smoked cigarettes until I was 40 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Until my son was born.
Yeah. Yep. There's usually a really good trigger point.
Well, I told myself all along, I've had girls say, you should really quit. If you want to date me, then go find somebody else.
Yeah.
I said, something will motivate me to quit one day.
Yep.
Don't really think it's going to be a woman.
Yeah.
And don't think it's going to be my health because I don't expect to live that long.
Right. Yeah. You're living to 54. So abuse that body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I did physically, chemically.
Yeah.
I did it in a lot of ways. I was very rough on my body.
Yeah.
Even with rock climbing and snowboarding and whatever else
Yeah.
that I was doing. I was pretty rough on it.
This life is to be experienced, and this is your vehicle in doing it. Go do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's it is amazing. So my grandparents quit smoking when I was born. They've been smoking for decades. And right through their kids, especially because 50s, 60s, 70s, like everybody's smoking.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so when I was born
in the hospitals.
In the hospitals, even. Yeah.
I remember that in the 80s.
Yeah.
My grandfather being in there for his 7th heart attack. And he was still allowed to smoke a cigarette in the hospital room.
Yes,
it was crazy.
It's crazy. And so not only is it socially acceptable at that point, but I'm sure they were talking about the health concerns, but there were also, this is the #1 brand recommended by doctors, right? What are we talking about? It was wild. But isn't it that trigger point of, oh, I can't do this around my son. I need to be there for my son, so I need to quit because this is bad for my health. Or all the different things, all the motivating factors, they all line up when your son's born.
What got me?
Yeah.
Wasn't the health factor still?
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit. I did think about that a little bit.
Okay.
But it was more, I don't want him to follow my lead. Or my daughter.
Yeah.
But he was the only one that was born at the time.
Yeah.
But it was all about, I don't want them to make the same mistakes I did.
Yeah.
Learn from my mistakes is okay, but don't follow my mistakes.
Repeat these.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already touched that stove. Listen to me when I tell you, you don't want to do this thing.
Yeah.
Well, and how conscious were you of my parenting? I wish I had been parented more. I need to apply this as dad.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
My mom was a great mom.
Yeah.
But she wasn't the best parent as far as visually, yes.
Yeah.
She totally was a great parent.
Yeah.
And I love my mom immensely. She was my best friend growing up.
Yeah.
And then she passed on when I was 50, or she was 53. So,
yeah. Oh,
so
that's got to be
2003.
How conscious are you of that? You're the same age as your mom.
She had cancer.
Yeah.
And she had it for a few years.
Yeah.
It went away for a little bit and then it came back. It metastasized and turned into a bone cancer. And then once that happened,
it was done.
It was fast.
What was it initially?
It was a vaginal cancer.
Okay.
So it was like along the walls.
Yeah.
And then that's weird. We just had this conversation recently. But she did all the chemo.
Yeah.
And the radiation, and I was against it. I was like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just live out your remaining years and feel good while you're doing it.
Yep.
But it extended her life a little bit.
Yeah.
But she was sick.
She was sick.
She aged like 20 years.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, actually, I would even say 30. She looked like she was 70, 80 years old easily.
No way.
Yeah, at 53.
No way.
It was so sad to see her go through it.
Yeah.
I wish she would have just lived last 2 years, let's say.
Yeah.
Without any of that other stuff.
Yeah.
And just been able to enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah.
As opposed to being sick all the time, being in pain all the time. But hey, you get to live 4 years longer.
Right. It's
everybody's choice, but yeah.
And it's a scary decision to make too. Cancer's such a weird thing. Because my third son had cancer. And in the US, if you're peds, good luck not doing chemo. Good luck not following what they say. The next call is CPS. You're endangering your child.
Yeah.
Because we know this works. Okay, but the thing that you're recommending, the stated goal of chemo is to get the person as close to death as possible to hopefully kill off this cancer, but not kill them.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a treatment. What are we doing?
Well, I think we know, or if not, we're learning it right now, that there is a substance on this earth for every ailment we have.
God figured it out.
There really is something out there for every ailment you have.
Yes.
You don't have to make it up.
No. And we're injecting foreign chemicals that we are such complex systems. You don't know what it's actually going to do in the long term. I mean, that's what we looked at with my son's thing was, okay, so cool. Yeah. In the 50s, when you came up with this chemo treatment, it was before then, it was a 95% mortality rate.
That was in the 50s they came up with that?
With his treatment that they still use today.
Oh, wow.
Same treatment. 95% mortality. You come up with this chemo treatment. Now it's flipped. It's only a 5% mortality. Sounds like a win. Sounds like we figured it out. You don't need to figure out what the natural remedy is on this planet. We figured it out as a pharmaceutical. Okay, but the vast majority of those kids that get cured the first go around get a secondary cancer, and that's what kills them. And they get a secondary cancer because they got weakened by the chemo that now exposes them to being able to get this again. Mm. So did we actually fix the problem, or did we prolong the suffering and the treatment and money that's involved in people getting paid?
And that's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to. So I'm sorry that your mom.
Tell me about your third son.
When he was a year and a half, we were just talking about this too. He was a fantastic sleeper. He was easy. He was great. And then all of a sudden he started getting fussy, wouldn't sleep. And my wife, her intuition, she knew something was wrong. And so she took him in to our pediatrician, and the pediatrician goes, yeah, he's inflamed around the liver. It's bad enough. I think you need to take him to the emergency room because I can't really diagnose what he's got going on. And so she took him into the emergency room, and the next day he was in surgery. I mean, so we went from happy, like I remember sitting on the couch with my wife after we had gotten the kids to bed 2 weeks before this happened and going, we're so blessed. Job's good. Our family's healthy. Everything is it just feels so good right now. And 2 weeks later, we're having emergency surgery, and they couldn't remove the tumor. And then we had months of how do we battle this thing? And it was crazy.
Wow.
So, but it's one of those
and
where.
Is he good now?
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a pain in the ass, but he's great.
I love that. That's a good response.
I told you the first and the third are the ones that need a little bit more,
Yeah.
and oh gosh, he is loud and fun and energy and a total pain in the ass. And so I'm so grateful that we have him. But it's one of those where you don't really realize, like you hear about cancer or whatever the thing is that, oh yeah, people have to deal with this thing. But until your mom has it and oh my gosh, what an amazing series of events that you get to spend those 2 years with her. But then you end up like this part of life that you were on the periphery of. All of a sudden you become an expert. How do you take care of mom?
Yeah.
How do you take care of somebody dealing with chemo? How do you, and radiation? How do you, it changes everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I went on, when my mom passed on, we were all surrounding her.
Yeah.
And I'm holding her hand and I said, "It's okay, you can go."
Yeah.
And she goes, "I can't leave you." But no, it's okay. I'm going to be all right.
Yeah.
You did a good job. I said all the things that she needed to hear.
Yeah.
And it was like, you did a good job with me. I'm a better person than you might think I am. Like, I meaning I'm growing.
Yeah.
Is what I meant by that.
Yeah.
Because I was evolving a lot at that time period.
Yeah.
And so I'm holding her hand. I'm telling her it's okay. And she said to watch over her husband, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, "I will keep an eye on him. I promise you."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay." And then she goes, "Is it really okay?" And I said, "It's okay. You can go."
Yeah.
And she's just, okay. She laid back and took her last breath. And I could feel her spirit leave her, like touching her hand.
I'm getting shivers.
It was amazing. It was I've seen death.
Yeah.
I've seen people die right in front of me before.
Yeah.
But not holding them.
Yeah.
And especially not somebody I knew or that close, intimately.
Right. Yeah.
But I was holding her hand and I could feel it go from alive to dead. Like in my perspective, I could feel her spirit leaving her body.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, whoa, I pulled my hand off.
Yeah.
It was like, that's not my mom anymore.
Yeah.
It was a huge revelation to me. And it blew me away. And so I immediately just stood up. I walked out of the room and there's a whole bunch of people there. And, "You okay? Are you okay?" I'm fine. I just need to go for a walk. So I went for a walk and just started praying and tried talking to my mom and stuff like that. And I was okay.
Yeah.
I actually felt really good about the situation.
Yeah.
And it was even at the service, a week later or what have you, I did a eulogy and it was a really long one.
Yeah, of course. Should be.
And I didn't cry.
Yeah.
And I've never been a crier until I had kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You've experienced that too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's nuts. It drives me crazy. I cry so easily. Like as we get on with our conversation, I will probably break down. At some
good.
point.
I love that.
It is so tough for me to not cry these days.
Yeah.
I've just gotten so emotional since having kids, but I felt, oh yeah. So the eulogy, I did the eulogy and I think I got choked up at the very end.
Yeah.
But I didn't cry.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because I was hardening my heart or anything like that. It was, I want to get all this out and have everybody hear what I have to say about my mom.
Yeah.
And then it was, my mom was Catholic. So this was at a Catholic church and the priest ended up responding. He came up to me after the fact and he goes,
I love
he goes,
that.
"That was so beautiful. I don't know how you did that without crying."
Yeah.
And that it went as long as it did. And because he goes, a lot of people will try to shorten it up so that they don't cry.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got a lot to say about her.
Yeah.
And so
That's so sweet.
it was really neat. And then it was months later that it really hit me harder. Because intellectually and spiritually, I can understand what had happened and be okay with it.
Right.
But when you try to call your mom 3 months after she's passed away, because you want to tell her something really cool that happened.
Yeah.
So here it comes.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I learned it takes a full year to recover from a serious loss of somebody passing on. Because for the first 6 months, you will run into that problem of trying to call them.
Yeah.
And because you just forget.
Right.
Because you're so used to, like, I talk to my mom at least once a week.
Oh, I love that.
At least.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was lots of times I would try to call her and it was like, oh, shit, she's not there.
Yeah.
Okay. But
yeah, that reminder is rough.
Yeah. And then it took about a year. After about a year, I was good.
Yeah.
You know, and the only time I get emotional or sad about it is thinking how she didn't get to meet her grandkids. That kills me.
Yeah.
Kills me. Because she always asks me, when am I going to get grandkids?
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, I'm trying.
I'm working on it.
And maybe I'll be married when I try, but I'm trying. One day it'll all fit in together.
Well, that always makes me think, because I've lost all my grandparents, and my grandpa was my person. And very similar to you, I remember, I wasn't there when he died, but I remember going up and me and my mom and my grandma went to go see his body and to get him ready for the funeral. And I couldn't touch him. He was gone. Right at that point, he's just a cold body. His soul is gone. That might have been his vehicle.
Yeah.
But his soul's gone. I want my last memory of touching him to be him. But I got really good advice, because I used to talk to my grandpa very regularly, and it was always on the way home from work. And one of the gals came up to me after I gave his eulogy, and she goes, "Don't stop talking to him." I said, "What do you mean? I can't call him." She goes, "I know, but that pattern of you would tell him about your life. You would open up your heart in conversation to him, and he'd give you great advice. Keep doing the same thing. He's going to keep giving you that great advice."
That's cool.
And it was one of the best pieces of advice I'd ever gotten. And so in some of that, I do definitely remember trying to grab my phone and think about calling him. And I think I was saved some of the sadness of, I can't actually call him, by, okay, he's not there, but he is there. I can talk to him.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Death is so interesting, because it's I wish my kids had been able to meet him. Your mom, I'm sure, would have been an amazing grandma. And it kind of gives you that, dad's kind of crazy, but this is dad's mom, and this is where I get a lot of that from. It helps you understand you.
Yeah, they want to know more about the family.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most of my family's gone, so I can't show them that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they want to know, like, what made me who I am.
Yeah.
Type deal, I think.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, they've been very curious about that.
Because that's also what makes them them.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, there's how much of that is nature versus nurture. I am constantly fascinated by that. And we get a lot from nature. Well, I mean, both
from our
right?
parents,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Things are inherently passed down.
Yeah.
A lot of it is from what we see, but a lot of it is genetics.
Right. It's definitely the combo.
And it's not just physical.
No.
It is a mental genetic that seems to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. We also, I think, have to battle through some things.
Of course.
Because our parents went through it.
Of course.
So like it was never finished or finalized or completed or understood.
Right.
And then it gets kind of passed down to us to complete that.
Well, and that pattern will repeat until it gets learned.
Yeah.
I mean, that's everything in life. Mm-hmm. Lessons will be repeated until learned.
Yeah.
And that can be generational. It could be in a generation. It could be any of those. But yeah, if they don't figure it out and they don't teach you how to, especially if it's genetic, especially if it's something that is in your nature and, oh, this is how you overcome this. I finally figured this out so you don't have to repeat the pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like you're doing a great job of that with your kids.
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe I am.
Yeah.
From my perspective, I always try to stay humble, and it's something I've had to do my whole life.
Yeah.
And you guys can see me. I'm not the most gorgeous man in the world.
You are fairly handsome, though.
I used to look in the mirror as a kid, and I used to go, damn, I'm good looking. And my mom used to get so mad at me. And I go, what? She goes, you can't do that. And I go, but I'm being honest.
Yep.
And she's like, sweetheart, but you can't say that. And I'm like,
that's so good.
But, and I never understood it.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to parenting, I am very proud of who I've become.
Yeah.
And
you
the
should
type
be.
of parent that I am.
Yeah.
I really love my relationship with my kids and my wife.
Yeah.
And I didn't start out as a good husband because I took after my dad.
Ah, okay.
He was a yeller.
Oh.
He was a winner of all arguments.
Yeah.
So I took that not to heart, but it just was there.
Yeah.
So
it's what's modeled for you. How do you do anything different?
So a lot of my relationships were loud.
Yeah.
Argumentative.
Yeah.
And the first couple of years of my marriage was like that. And I had to humble myself so much and ask God to just change me.
Yeah.
Please, I don't want to be this type of person.
Yeah.
I don't want to divorce. I don't want to yell. I don't want to belittle my wife.
Yeah.
And then it was really cool, actually. My big key to success for marriage is I think God has to be a part of it.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that's a good piece.
Huge with that.
Yeah.
And I learned it around our third year of marriage, where we would get into these arguments and they got heated, right?
Yeah.
And there was times I would storm out of the house and my wife is like, I don't even know if he's coming back. Like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And it was like, for me, in my mind, I just need to go blow off some steam.
Yep.
I need to go find a friend, go have a couple drinks.
Yep.
And then
otherwise you're going to keep taking it out on her. I got to go do this somewhere else.
Okay. So that is a huge thing. I need my space.
Yeah.
So that I don't lose my temper.
Yeah.
And in the early years, it was yell, 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 and then storm out of the house. Now it's more like, give me 5 minutes.
Yep.
And I can step out of the room.
Yep.
And come back a little bit more focused and not hot.
Yep.
But what I learned about 3 or 4 years into our marriage, or I think what I was taught, was pray. So at the beginning of our argument, it was, okay, honey, can we pray about this?
Yeah.
And first of all, that probably going to make her upset.
Yep.
Why are you being the responsible one? You're the crazy one that gets all loud and, storms out of the house.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think we got to have God a part of this argument.
Yep.
And she's okay. And she's brought up in a very Christian household.
Okay.
I was not.
Yep.
I
was going to say your mom was Catholic, but probably not.
She was not practicing
yeah.
until the last 5-10 years of her life.
Yep.
I brought her to church with me when I went to go visit her one time.
Yeah.
And she liked it. And then we started talking about the Bible and stuff. And she started getting closer to God as time went on from there.
That's great.
But yeah, my wife and I would start praying.
Yeah.
And then we're not yelling in our
I was going to say those arguments change real fast.
Real fast. And it was a mind-blowing situation. Fortunately, over the last, 5 years or what have you, we don't have very many arguments at all.
That's great.
So we haven't had to use that tactic very much, but it did really help early on in our marriage.
Yeah.
At least to change me and how I approached a disagreement. Yeah. And it wasn't that I had to win. And actually, more times than not, I'm okay with losing. Yeah. I'm very principled. Yeah. So I won't let that go aside, but
Right.
I don't have to win.
Right.
I just want things to be resolved.
Yeah.
is
Well,
more
and that's a
what it is.
key differentiation too.
Yeah.
Is are you just wanting to win, or again based on principles and everything else? Not only should God be a part of it, but I think communication in a marriage is key.
And that's hard.
It's hard.
It is. I have a hard time even now. There's so much that, you know, I've thought about saying or wanted to say, and I've been afraid to just because I don't want a confrontation.
Right.
And it's sometimes you just think it's easier just to let it slide.
Yeah.
But in the long run, no,
It's
because
not.
it builds and it festers and stuff like that. So it's best to get it out. But that
Yeah.
is a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Even though I can say that, I still have a really hard time doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
That's
I was just listening to, it might've been another podcast. It might've just been a reel on whatever social media I was on. But he was making the point that this life is so complicated, and it always ends in death, right? That's something that is a game that we are playing that we cannot win.
Right.
And how fortunate you are if you find yourself in a situation where you have somebody that you get to do this life with. And then I ended up watching another video, right? And he continued on and said, you wake up in the morning and you have somebody that you wake up to that you know loves you. You have a difficulty, they get to help you through that. You get to point out each other's flaws and help each other grow through those. But what a blessing. What an amazing thing it is to not be alone in this game. And then the next thing
Which
that
you don't think about when you're in the middle of it.
No, exactly.
In the middle of a marriage, you forget what it was like to be single.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're coming up, what are you at? 14 years? 15 years?
14.
14.
Yeah, we just had our 14th.
Yeah, that's
good job.
I'm trying to keep all the math in my head. You guys have gone through a lot. There's a lot in there. And so as you were telling that, I was thinking, okay, those first 2 or 3 years for your wife, she's patient, she's strong.
Yeah.
And she's willing to work through, because if I'm getting yelled at, I'm yelling back at you, and I'm probably bouncing from this situation.
Well, she had to learn to re-love me.
Yeah, I was going to say. And so that level of commitment and that love for you and love, I mean, it's just, marriage is so fascinating to me. And yeah, so good on both of you.
She was my sister's best friend.
Okay.
In high school. So she's younger than me.
Yeah.
She is 9 years younger than me.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Depending on the time of year, because she'll say she's 10 years younger. But it's only 2 months out of the year, I think.
Yeah.
And 3. Yeah, so I was that older brother that she looked up to, or that she thought was the hot older brother type thing.
Right.
And and I've known her since she was 12, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
But then as adults, we went our separate ways and doing different things.
Yeah.
We'd see each other every so often and stuff.
Yeah.
We had a little fling when she was right out of high school.
Okay.
But it was like one of those things of, I feel uncomfortable about this,
Yeah.
the age difference and all that.
Yeah.
And she was going to college. And so I was like, go. If I'm still interesting to you after 4 years, come find me.
Yeah.
And she didn't. She got married to somebody else. But we re-hooked up when I was like 39, 38, right around there. And she, long story short, she was at a birthday party with my family for, I think it was my sister's or brother's birthday, something.
Cool.
And so they were like, aren't you coming over? My brother actually called me up.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, guess who's here? I go, who? He goes, Lindsay. And I go, oh, sweet, right on. How's she doing? And he goes, oh, she's doing good. This and then he goes, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is she's looking hot. And I go, nice. And then he goes, you mind if I ask her out on a date? And I said, go for it, man.
Yeah.
And he goes, and so he goes, oh, okay, sweet. And I said, but if she's looking that good, I might have to give her a call too. And if I call her, she's going to pick me. He goes, all right, let's check it out. So I didn't wait long.
Yeah, no.
I called her really quick.
That's a good move.
Set up a date for like 2 days later.
Did you look in the mirror first and go, you look really good. You got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I learned by then not to do that.
Okay. All right.
Hey, can we take a break?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing. Yeah.
All right,
please.
cool.
Yeah. Okay. So where were we?
So you were talking about your grandfather.
Oh yeah.
And I have a story that leads off of that.
Oh, please.
So that works out well.
Yeah. I love that.
Are we already going?
We're going.
Oh,
yeah. We've been going. So I'm going to edit the bathroom break out. Yeah.
So you were talking about your grandfather.
Yep.
And so I grew up not with any faith. My dad grew up Catholic and hated God because of it.
Yep. Okay.
He went to a Catholic school as in like elementary school and was beat.
Yep.
From the stories that I heard from him.
Those nuns can be brutal.
Yeah, apparently it was really bad.
Yep.
My uncle had to step in throughout most of my dad's life to help defend him because my dad just, in Catholic school he was beat. I don't know. I guess my uncle used to kind of help him a lot, even at home and stuff like that too.
And was he the older brother?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very large man.
Yeah.
He was at the was it Rolling Stones concert where the Hells Angels went crazy?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was one of the bouncers there.
Oh no.
And he used to go around and fight people all around the Bay Area and Central California. It was like back in those days, 60s, I guess, they would, we're the toughest guy in your town.
Yeah.
And you go to another town and go fight their toughest guy.
Yeah.
So he was that guy.
He was that guy.
But sorry, I don't know how I did that.
No, that's
switch. But
I love it.
I was going to talk about my grandpa.
Yeah. Well, and I've been curious this whole time. What was your relationship with your grandparents? Did you have one? What was that like growing up?
I was very close to both my grandparents.
Cool.
My mom's side was Papa and Emmy.
Uh-huh.
I never called her grandma. Her name was Emmy Lou.
Yeah.
Southern gal. And so it was always Emmy because she actually worked at AT&T with my mom.
Oh, cool.
And so she had to call her Emmy and not mom
at
work. And so it just stuck.
Everybody called her Emmy.
And so I called her Emmy too.
Yeah. Papa and Emmy.
Yeah. Papa and Emmy. And they were wonderful, wonderful people. I was super close to them.
Oh, I love that.
My Papa was, his children didn't like him so much.
Oh.
Because he was a very stern and hard man.
Okay.
And he was, I think it was pretty common back in those days.
Yeah.
Of, if you don't eat your dinner, you're going to have it for breakfast.
Yep.
You don't have it for breakfast, you're having it for lunch.
Yep.
It was that kind of a mentality. It was very stern, very hard. It's my way or the highway.
Yeah.
You don't like it, get your butt out.
Yep.
And I think 2 of them left early.
Okay.
Before they graduated high school and moved out.
Yeah.
If I know my stories right.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how there's a happy medium there? Because if that's how he parented, and then like compare your mom or your dad, right? There's a happy medium there. You need the sternness. You got to eat your dinner.
Yeah.
Versus I don't care what you eat for dinner, right? Like there's maybe not make them eat it, 3-4 days later if they still haven't eaten it, but maybe care a little bit. There's a spot in there somewhere.
Well, and it's all about generation.
For sure.
Because his generation, I'm not trying to be your friend.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I am an authoritative figure.
Yes.
And that's the way it was in, I would guess, 70% of the households, if not more.
Do you know what year he was born?
Ooh. Oh God. Probably 1930.
Okay, so he would have been a teenager during World War II.
Yeah.
Did he fight in World War II? I take it he probably didn't. He was just on the cusp.
I don't know if he did. I know he was in the military. Like my whole family was in the Marines.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
And my grandfather, Papa, he trained dogs in the military. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
But he was super hard on them.
Yeah.
But with me, he's an angel.
Yeah.
He treated me, I mean, because one, like they always say, grandparents spoil the grandkids.
Oh, of course.
Because they don't have to deal with them.
I can't wait to be a grandparent.
Yeah,
I'm going to spoil the hell out of my grandkids. It's going to be awesome.
I'm going to be one that the kids have to watch out, and they're like, you're being too principal, Grandpa. You're teaching them harder than I am.
Oh yeah.
No, I'll probably be a softie by then. But remember, I'm supposed to pass on at 54. So hey.
Yeah. I'm counting on 94.
Yeah, my kids are too.
Yeah.
They go, how old do you want to live, Dad? And I was like, 70's good.
Yeah.
What, 70? Now they're used to their grandparents. Like my wife's, both of her grandparents lived to 90 something.
Oh yeah.
And so for them, my kids, they've seen their great grandparents.
Yeah.
And they experienced the fact that they were 90 some odd years old.
Yeah.
And so for them and my wife, it's expected that you live until you're 90.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to live that old.
Right.
And my kids go, why? And I go, my body hurts so much at 53.
What would it be like at 93?
I don't even want to know beyond 70.
Right.
And
I want to live to where I'm still mobile and in good health, and then like take me in my sleep. I don't want 5-10 years of miserable, nasty, not happy to be hanging out anymore.
Yeah.
Just take me.
I'll take a quick heart attack. I'll take a sleep,
any of those.
A wild dream that just takes you out.
So let's split the difference. We'll give you 85.
Okay. Oh gosh, no. I want to be old enough to see my grandkids, and then I'm ready.
And then you're ready. Okay. All right.
But so back to Papa.
Yeah.
So I told you earlier he had like 7 heart attacks.
Yes.
And he had a really cool life. So he owned a few businesses. He was a photographer. He was actually the first person in the NFL to, it's basically a fax machine. He designed where they would look at the plays up in the field.
Yeah.
Or in the box, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they would fax it down to the field so that you could see a printout of what just happened on the play prior.
Cool.
He designed that.
That's brilliant.
And he sold the business for pennies on the dollar.
And now
he could have sold it for millions.
Yeah.
And he got rid of it so cheap, and he got irritated by something. And he was like,
I'm done.
Yeah, he's principled. And he was like, yeah, I'm outie. Sold it for, $30,000, $50,000, whatever it was.
Yeah. And now it's
like,
a multi-billion-dollar side business with the NFL.
Gosh.
Yeah.
My relationship with the Steelers could have been so much more.
I was wondering what your team was.
Huge Steelers fan.
Okay, so I just drafted DK Metcalf in my fantasy league.
Nice.
And I love me some Aaron Rodgers. I think he still has some magic left. Okay, all right.
I think we got a good chance this year.
I think you do.
My grandma, Emmy, went to the same college as Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, cool.
And that's how my relationship with the Steelers got started.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because my wife's family is, she's extremely Irish.
Oh, yeah.
She's like 90% Irish.
Yeah.
I'm probably 30.
Okay.
Something like that. And she has family that lives right across the street from Latrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Where they have their practice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, her family's all Steeler fans.
So that's good. That's good. Yeah, because if they were Bengals fans or Baltimore fans, oh, gosh.
Baltimore? We couldn't be married.
No.
There's no way. I don't care what she had to bring to the table.
That would have been, that's a disqualifier.
Deal breaker right there.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I
say that jokingly, but she knows I'm serious.
We won't talk. Was that 06? We won't talk about the Seahawks Steelers Super Bowl that was totally misofficiated and awful, and the Seahawks should have won that game. Yeah,
I did move to Bend, Oregon that year.
Oh.
And made a couple friends I think it was a couple days before the Super Bowl. And so I was watching the Super Bowl at their house, and they don't have a team in
No.
Oregon, so they're going for Washington, right?
Of course.
For Seattle.
It's the closest,
Yeah.
professional team.
So yeah, they were all rooting big time. I was the only Steelers fan there.
Oh gosh.
And I brought a bottle of champagne I didn't even drink it. It was just to squirt it all over those guys. I had so much fun with that.
Oh
It
no.
was a blast.
Oh. I had just started my mission and I was in Provo in Utah at the Missionary Training Center. And I remember, I can't care about this anymore. I'm on a mission. I need to be God
I
focused.
am above this.
I am above this. And then when I came home early, I was like, what the hell happened? Because I didn't get to watch it. I didn't get to listen. I didn't get to know anything. I remember asking one of my trainers, who won? He goes, I can't tell you. Like, the Seahawks won, didn't they? He goes, I can't tell you. And eventually I got it out of him and I was down for days. I was so upset.
Oh, I love it. I got to be honest. I love it.
And I hated the Steelers for years and now I love them.
Okay. So when I
Tomlin's
go out
great.
to the Papa, we'll get to you in a second.
Yeah, I was
But
going to say poor Papa.
But whenever I go to, like I'll watch the game at home because I want to watch it and not be distracted.
Yeah.
I'm a coach in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. But if it's not on TV, I don't pay to, have it all year round or all the games. So I'll usually go over to, I always say it wrong. Patty's.
Okay.
I always want to say Duffy's for some reason. But I'll go to Patty's, which is an Irish pub here in town.
Yeah.
And they actually have a section for Steeler fans.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. It's like they always have one of their big screens with the Steeler game.
Reserved.
Because the Steelers travel better than any other team.
Yes, they do.
But I will get razzed by every Seahawks fan.
Yeah.
They hate Steelers.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh. And it's like,
they do.
And I've gotten up in the middle of the bar and yelled back because they'll just sit there and just say touchdown for the other team. They don't care who the team is.
They don't care.
It's just against the Steelers. And I stood up one time and I was like, how the fuck are you guys still pissed about that? It has been whatever it was, 10 years,
Yeah,
15
it's
years.
been years.
Yeah, and you guys are still dwelling on that?
Yeah,
My
come on
gosh,
now.
we've been to enough Super Bowls that, we have a lot of
Yeah,
enemies,
what's
not
another
just
one?
But
I think that's why it hurt because that was going to be the first. Just don't bring up Patriots and I'm fine.
Oh, they're my arch enemy as well.
Oh, man.
The Cowboys are the only ones to beat us in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Patriots have knocked us out of so many playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Big Ben would have more rings if it wasn't for Brady.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's, before, just quick caveat on Papa, because I always think this is funny. So I called my grandpa Papa. And I remember somebody else calling their grandpa Papa, and I was so offended because I thought
that was your name for him.
Right. He's my Papa. Nobody else can be. It was such a almost holy name for me. And so and now it's so endearing when he was your Papa. I love that.
My kids called their grandfather on my mom's side, my wife's side, sorry, Papa.
Yeah.
And I know that I will be Papa.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's, yep. Such a cool honorific.
It's a very cool name.
Yeah, it really is.
I was actually, when it was told to me that they were going to call their grandfather Papa.
Yeah.
I was a little offended because I wanted to be Papa.
Ah, yes.
And then my wife's like, that's not fair. You get to be Papa when you're a grandparent.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, yeah, but I really liked that. I loved my Papa.
Yeah.
And so he was more of a dad.
Yep.
That's how I feel about it. And then I accepted Daddy very quickly. And I reinforced that funny little thing. I don't even remember how it got started. But my daughter had a little Superman stuffed animal.
Oh, cool.
And she would call me Super Daddy. And then she would call it Super Daddy.
Oh.
And this was Daddy, and it was Super Daddy.
That's so sweet.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I ate that up so bad. Yeah. I am Super Daddy. The next year for Halloween, I had my Superman costume. Yes. And I totally dove in.
Oh, that's so, I love it. I love it.
Now it's like, my kids are 12 and 13, and so the 13-year-old, and he's my boy.
Yeah.
It's you know, he's got to call me dad. And he did that on his own.
Yeah.
But it was hard because I wanted him to stay with daddy. I love the daddy aspect.
Yeah.
And, there's plenty down in the South, people call their dads daddy all the time.
Right.
But really anywhere else in the country, it's childish.
Right.
It's okay for a girl to do it, but not so much for a guy.
Yeah.
And so I've accepted the fact that he's going to call me dad.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But I keep trying to get my daughter to say daddy, because she'll say, hey, dad. I go,
I don't know who this dad guy is that you're talking about.
Ignore her.
Yeah.
And she's like, dad, dad. And I'm like, I'm sorry, who are you talking to? All I see is daddy. And she's like, oh, Dad, stop. I said, I'm sorry, are you talking to me again? Daddy, I want to know if I can go do this. Okay.
Oh, well then, yeah,
go
it's
right
totally
ahead.
great.
Yeah, sure. Because dad's going to say no. Daddy might say yes.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, but it matters. Those honorifics, it matters.
It does. And, it hits you.
It totally does.
It does.
Yeah.
But back to Papa.
Back to Papa.
So he was in the hospital and he was dying.
Okay.
Okay. That's where we had left off.
Yeah.
Because you're Papa.
Yeah.
So he, like I said, he and I were very close.
Yeah.
And so when he was passing on, all of his children were at the hospital, and I believe I was the only grandchild that was there.
Oh.
And I was probably 18.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I was 18. And so we are waiting for the final conclusion.
Yeah.
But nobody's ready to do it yet. Nobody wants to pull the plug.
Yeah.
Is basically what we're getting to.
Yeah.
And, but he said goodbye to everybody.
Oh.
And so he said the whole family was there, at least all the kids and me. And, sorry to my cousins. But I was living closer.
Yeah.
But they all got to say goodbye, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And he was ready to go. And so everybody was leaving, and we were going to deal with it the next day.
Yeah.
So I asked to stay. I said, I don't think it's right that he's left alone.
Yeah.
He could pass at any time.
Right.
And they were like, no, you're too young. You shouldn't do that. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know if you can handle it. There's a lot of pressure and this and that. And I'm like, guys, I'm going to sleep on the chair. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I just want somebody here with him.
Yeah.
And so they all went back to the house, and they allowed me to stay there. And so my Papa says, he calls me over to the bed, and he's talking to his sister who passed on.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, he's sitting there talking to her, and she's like, come on up. He's like, I want to, but I can't. And she's like, I'm here waiting.
Yeah.
Mom's here too. And it was like, he's talking to this person.
Yeah.
And now.
And this is you growing up. No religion, really.
I was just going to say that. Yes. Yeah. He was Catholic.
Yeah.
My dad's parents were Catholic.
Yeah.
My mom and my dad were
non-practicing.
Yeah. My dad hated God.
Yeah.
My mom was indifferent.
Yeah.
And honestly, with my experiences later on in life, I understand why. The Catholic Church can do that to you.
Yep.
Because I think at the Catholic Church, you lose, or you don't lose, you just don't get taught that there could be a connection with God.
Yeah.
Everything's going through the priest.
So, I was just watching a clip where they were like, you don't get direct access to Jesus. There's a saint. You can even talk to his mother.
Yes.
but we got intermediaries.
Well, you call a priest father.
Yeah. Right.
And
right.
if you don't, that's insulting to that priest.
Right.
Right. It is very much expected.
Yeah.
The Bible specifically says, do not call anyone on earth your father, because you only have one father,
Right.
and he is in heaven.
Yeah.
I
That
don't even
excludes
tell
daddy,
my-
by the way.
I don't let my kids call me father.
Yeah.
Like even on hospital stuff, I'll change it from father to daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not their father.
I love that.
I'm their dad.
Yeah.
And gosh, Papa, I'm going to come back to you at some point. When my son was about a year old or 6 months old, he had colic or something that kept him crying all the time.
Yeah.
And I used to pray constantly, holding him at nighttime, trying to get him to go to sleep. And I'm sure my wife did the same thing, but I can just take it from my perspective. But I would pray about it. And I remember one time getting mad at God.
Oh.
It was, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, please.
Okay. It was, what the fuck are you doing to my kid?
Yep.
I got to use that word because, I mean, there's times to use it and times not to use curse words, but for an emphasis. And I was so pissed off.
Yes.
That he could allow my son to be in so much pain, whatever it was, gas, whatever it might have been, but it was going on for so long.
And here's this beautiful, innocent, perfect baby. How can you allow this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's some righteous anger.
So I said, how could you do this to my son?
Yeah.
How could you allow my son to go through this?
Uh-huh.
I said, my son, I don't know, 5, 10 times during these prayers.
Oh, yeah.
He came back hard.
Yeah, he did.
He's not your son.
Oh.
He's mine.
Oh.
I'm the caretaker.
Yeah.
In heaven one day,
yeah,
he's not going to be my son.
Yeah.
He's going to be my friend. He's going to be my brother in Christ.
Yeah.
You know, we won't have the same relationship.
Yep.
We're equals.
Yep.
And it hit me so hard that it was very emphatic.
Yeah.
It was forceful.
Yeah.
It was get my attention type situation.
Yeah.
He's not your son. He's mine. I gave him to you to watch over and to raise him.
Yeah.
But he's mine.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
All right.
Backed off right then.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right. God, a lot of people can go through life thinking that, how can God let things happen to good people? Right.
Yep.
That's one of the
most common thing against any form of religion is, well, if God existed, he wouldn't allow this to happen.
Okay. Let me ask this question. And this is what I've learned as a parent. I can relate almost everything that I experience with God with parenthood.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I think it's one of the most important things about somebody becoming a parent is it strengthens your relationship with God.
Infinitely.
Infinitely. It puts things in perspective that you just don't understand not being a parent.
And when you don't understand God, do you always understand your parents? I mean, you can relate almost everything to parenthood.
Yes.
Like my growth in Christ probably doubled. And I think it was pretty high before I got kids.
Yeah.
But it doubled
once
I had kids because I could see that relationship.
Yeah.
I can see how I'm telling you to do something. I don't always have to explain why.
Uh-huh.
And dang it, at 5 years old, 13 years old, you, first of all, don't understand everything that I understand. You don't understand the big picture.
Uh-huh.
Right? And every kid is like that. Every kid sees things for face value.
Oh, I thought I knew everything when I was a teenager, and my parents were stupid.
Yes, exactly. But you don't stop and think of the whole view.
Right.
You look at it this close.
Yep.
Where God is looking at it from a distance and can see that there. You can see that light over there, the camera. He can see all that stuff where all I could see was this.
Yep.
Okay. Terrible analogy.
No, I thought it was great. And it's making me thirsty. It was perfect.
But yeah, having kids opens your eyes so much and gives you, dare I say, leniency towards God?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's so many times where we get mad. God, are you even watching? God, do you see the pain I'm going through? Why would God allow me to go through this? I let my kids go through pain.
And why?
Because I want them to learn something to make them better.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I want to teach them a lesson.
Yes.
But if there's no lesson to be learned, I'm not going to let them go through it.
Right.
I will save them from it.
Yes.
I'll guide them in a different direction. But now my child still has the choice.
Yep.
To go in a different direction than what I have said.
Yep.
And either I'm going to punish him.
Yep.
I'm going to try to guide them back. But if I just let them go, how much love do I really have for that child?
Right.
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 But you still have to let them make their choices.
Yeah. Well, and again, this is where that middle ground is so good, because you don't want to be a helicopter parent, because then you're making the choices they aren't learning.
Right.
But if you let them just have free range, you aren't helping them to see the lessons that they're learning along the way. I want them to feel autonomous with good influence. And then when my father-in-law always said that, discipline yourself so others don't have to. And as a parent, that is your job. You get to right. And when I think of discipline, it's not necessarily a reprimand. It's a staying in good bounds, right?
Okay.
Keeping them in a good place. And like, I need my kids to be able to, yeah, you want to swim? Awesome. You don't know how to swim yet. So do I let you go try and swim on your own? No, you're going to drown. That, right? If dad's around, flounder a little bit. See what it's like. Oh, okay. So you do need some help there. Now I'll come in and help.
Ooh, so we do need help, and we're not willing to admit it lots of times.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
So almost every parental experience, I think, teaches something about God.
Yes.
I've noticed it so much.
It's so good, isn't it?
Oh, it does, because you can read the Bible and you can learn an infinite amount of stuff.
Yes.
But without putting it into practice or into relative terms, let's say, maybe. But when you have children, you can see how it makes sense. And then you're like, I understand now. So every time I'm asking God, why are you allowing this to happen? You know, I've been begging you for so long. He's like, dude, I'm just trying to teach you a lesson. I can't just give you the answer.
No.
I need you to experience to really learn.
Yep.
And, you know, we can learn from the lessons in the Bible, and that can guide you in certain ways. Sometimes you got to experience it to be able to do it.
Yep.
I don't want my kids to experience any heartache, any troubles in life. I want their life to be perfect and smooth. And
of course.
Yes. But are they really going to understand it without a few hiccups along the way?
Yep.
You need to experience some things to really understand it for yourself. Because I was told some things growing up. Yeah. That I had to experience it, and then it was like, okay. I see what you were getting at with that. I wish I would have listened to you ahead of time.
Yeah. Yep. But
some
now
people
that
need
is
that, right?
But some people need it.
Some people can, like we were talking earlier in this.
Well, it's touching the stove or listening to somebody that says, "Don't touch the stove."
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like how every time I go to the scriptures, I like the term living word, right? Because I get something different out of it. I could have read that verse 20 times. Yeah. And then the 21st time, and again, like, is the Bible different after you're a parent? No, it's the same words. It's in the same order. It's the same. You're different, and you're reading it differently.
You called it the living word.
Yeah.
The word is living.
Exactly.
And I mean, I'm just going to take a quick jump real quick.
Please.
Because this was I don't know if we're going to be able to get to my whole story.
Oh,
And I think
yeah.
Papa might even get pushed out to the side here because I don't think I think there's other things that are more important.
Okay. All right.
But, oh shoot, I hate it when I'm sorry, what was the last thing you had just said?
Living Word.
Oh, okay. So I was told by my mom
Yep.
that you cannot explain the Trinity.
Okay.
And I was like, because I asked her, I said, how does that work?
Yeah.
And she goes, you can't explain the Trinity. It's beyond our comprehension.
Right. Very Catholic answer.
And yes, exactly.
Yep.
Which most things with the Catholic religion is it's explained to you from a priest because you can't understand it yourself. You were not allowed to read the Bible until I think 1980 or something.
Right. Yeah. The
right
printing press was not good for the Catholic Church.
No, they did not like that.
No.
Because it has to be explained by somebody who is
in authority.
Trained. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I do that a lot. So I'm sorry, bring me back again.
Living Word? Is that our?
Oh yeah, the Trinity. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Trinity. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So she was telling me there's no way to explain it. When she passed away, I went on a sabbatical for 3 years.
Oh, cool.
And I went through Northern California up to Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, back down into Washington, into Idaho, and then finished it in Northern California.
Cool.
I camped the whole time.
Cool.
Once a week, I'd stop at a hotel and shower and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was all about just being in the Word.
Yeah.
So I had some CDs of the Bible being read to you.
Yeah.
And it had some sermons on it through a place called Calvary Chapel, which is a church that I came to Christ in when I was 23.
Okay.
And so I was just constantly listening to it. I was fasting. I was just out in nature, and it was just constant prayer and
connection with God.
Yeah. And like I said, it was right after my mom passed.
Yeah.
And it was my discovery time.
Cool.
And so I was already Christian at that point.
Yeah.
But I hadn't dove fully into it.
Yep.
And so when I did that, the fasting experience was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That was so cool. Again, refresh my memory. Where were we right before I started talking about that? It was,
let's see, your Trinity, Living Word.
Oh,
yeah. Mom says you can't explain the Trinity.
Yeah, that you can't do it. So at the end of my trip, I was driving back down, and I was listening to that CD, and it was just going through reading the Bible.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sermon or anything like that. And it was 1 John.
Yep.
And it says, God was the Word, or in the beginning, that's the Gospel of John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God.
Yeah.
But there was something in the Gospel of John, the first
John
epistle of John.
Yeah.
And I can't think of it right off the top of my head, but basically said the same thing.
Yeah.
That he was the Word, and the Word was manifested into human form.
Yeah.
And I went, what the heck? Pulled over on the side of the road and was just like, what? I figured it out. I figured out what nobody could understand. I thought this was this huge revelation. And it was like, oh my gosh, the Bible just straight out says it.
Yeah.
And so I wished my mom was still, it was funny. I laughed at myself as it was happening, but I skid the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just, I was blown away. I discovered something nobody has ever understood before in my life.
Yeah.
Or in the world. And then I had told some people, and they're like, whoa, that's incredible. Because I was like, so God the Father is kind of like the brain.
Yeah.
Jesus, and sometimes as we talk, I might say Yeshua, because I like to go with the Hebrew.
I do too.
Personally. Oh, cool. Yeshua is the Word.
Yep.
And the Holy Spirit is the Spirit. That's kind of easy to explain, right?
Right.
But in the beginning was the Word.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was created through the word, not by the word. It didn't say that Jesus or Yeshua thought of it all. It was, the way I interpret it was, Abba the Father, he's the one that thinks it. And as he speaks it, Yeshua is that word that travels
manifest
out of his mouth. And that's what creates everything. Because everything was created through him, right?
Uh-huh.
At least that's what the Bible says.
Uh-huh.
Everything is created through him, and without him, nothing was made.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the word went out there and actually created everything.
Right.
And the life and the understanding came through the Holy Spirit.
Uh-huh.
But all things were created through the word. And it was like, oh, wow.
That's pretty
cool.
So
there's your Trinity. So you basically have the brain, the word, which is the doer, and then the spirit. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then in Genesis, where it says that we're created in his image, we do have a brain, the word, and the spirit. We have all of that.
Yep.
And
I
the
love
Bible
that.
also talks about how powerful the word is,
Mm-hmm.
the actual words that come out of your mouth. We were talking earlier, I don't know if it was on the podcast, but we were talking earlier about sound.
Yes.
And vibrations.
Yes.
And stuff. Words have power.
Yes.
Sound has power.
Yes.
And there's times where a story I'll get to in a moment, hopefully, is about somebody that I had to pray over.
Yeah.
And I was afraid.
Oh.
And I prayed in my mind and nothing happened.
Uh-huh. As soon as you spoke it.
It takes words sometimes.
Yeah.
The spoken word is so powerful.
Uh-huh.
You can talk to a plant.
Uh-huh.
And it can make it healthier and beautiful, right?
Yep.
Everything can hear. There's a part in the Bible that says, preach the gospel to every creature on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say every person. That blew my mind the first time, not the first time I read it, but the first time it hit me.
Yeah.
Right? And it was like, creature?
Uh-huh.
And
and what do we have dominion over as the descendants
every
of
creature
Adam?
of the earth?
Everything.
Yeah. And every rock will cry out his name.
Uh-huh.
Right?
How does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, and this hit me recently.
Okay.
My son I just baptized my son last weekend, 2 weekends ago.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
They've been wanting to do it for years, but actually, I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm so sorry, but it was because I was talking to Shane. That's why I said Shane was baptized. Both of my children were baptized.
Cool.
At the same day by me and my wife.
Yeah.
And
where'd you do it?
Down at Atlas.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So Atlas River Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
My boss just did the same thing.
Okay. So there was it with the church?
Mm-hmm.
So just like last weekend?
Yeah. Last weekend. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was with Anthem Church, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. My daughter's best friend was baptized the same day.
Cool.
She goes to that church.
Yeah. And she's 12?
13. Oh, wait, no, 12. Yeah, you're
trying
right,
to think of how old Abigail is. She just went into, this is her second year of charter? 7th? She's 7th grade.
We call her Abby.
Yeah, it's Abby.
That's my daughter's best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
So Paul's one of my favorite people on the planet.
Small world.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So good.
That's really cool.
I called him while he was down there and I didn't know it. He goes, we just baptized my daughter. I go, oh my gosh. Okay, you go do that. I don't even know why you picked up the phone. I know you love me, but that seems more important.
Cool.
I love how small a world it is.
So my daughter is Jordan.
Okay.
And they are best friends and been best friends for, I don't know.
I mean, since they moved here.
4 or 5 years or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
My daughter and my son were baptized the day before.
Oh, I love it.
And Abby was there.
Yeah.
And so there's this in the exact same spot, actually. So it's right where it's kind of like a little Greek theater. With
Yeah,
the seating
it's great. I love that spot.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, we've been down there a lot this summer.
I wanted to do it on the North Fork. Because I was baptized. I chose a river that looked like the Jordan River.
Cool.
And the pastor that I had do it, it was his first baptism he had ever done.
Cool.
Which was neat. And then he ended up becoming this like big time pastor.
Yeah.
And he's retired now. Oh, he's a whole other story. I love him very much. He owns a surfboard company.
Cool.
But God did amazing things through him during his mission.
That's so cool.
Yeah, now he's gone back to making surfboards.
Yeah.
And but when he baptized me, he was like stoked. And
Yeah,
that was his word. I'm stoked, man. Because this is the first baptism
makes
I've
sense
ever
that he has
done.
a surfboard company.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He was so excited. He goes, nobody's ever asked me to do this. This is so cool.
Oh, I love it.
And he goes, where do you want to do it?
Yeah.
And he's like thinking swimming pools. And I go, I got a spot on the river.
Yeah.
It's about a half an hour away. And he goes, oh, and he got all crazy. And he's like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he held me under for a very long time. He knew that there was some sins that had to get washed.
Really got to get washed away.
It wasn't just like, let me hold you. It was plunging me in there. And,
are there some rocks that we can rub you against?
Yeah,
to make sure?
like it was to the point of, is he ever going to bring me up?
Oh, man.
But so, yes, they were baptized. And when I read some scripture before I dunked them.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was about preach the word to every creature on earth. And I was like, guys, did you just hear what that said? And that was one of those experiences where I've read it before.
Yeah.
But it hit me different.
Yeah.
Every creature.
Yeah.
Preach to it did not say to every human, preach to every creature. I went home and preached to my dog.
Oh, yeah.
Later on that day.
Yeah.
And Shane was laughing at me. We were we were busted up about it. And I was like, hey,
the Bible tells me to do it.
And our dog Bear needs some help. So yeah, maybe he just needed to hear Jesus. I tell you. He's a feisty little guy.
That's so good. I know some Pomeranians that need the gospel preached to them.
See, there you go.
Oh, man. That's great.
Well, I want to talk about something that is the biggest experience of my life.
Please.
So this was, I think I was 21.
Okay.
A friend of mine had died. He lived in Northern California and I lived in Santa Barbara, but he was down in Santa Barbara doing some construction. So it was road work on the Highway 101.
Yep.
And his job, I think, was to put those little yellow flags.
Oh, yeah.
Down.
Yeah. After it's paved. And,
yeah. So he was doing that and there's so much noise going on. I don't know if there wasn't earpods.
No AirPods. Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe he had headphones on or whatever, or maybe it was just really loud.
Yeah.
Well, the truck behind him rolled over him and it started on his foot and rolled up his whole body.
Oh, no.
So he died.
Yeah.
And the hard thing for me, the hardest part probably for me was the fact that it was so close to where I lived. I didn't know he was there. And he was somebody I grew up with in Northern California.
Yeah.
But it happened in my town and it blew my mind and it rocked my world.
Yeah. Well, and he's young and that yeah.
And this was before I knew the Lord.
Yeah.
Like I said, my grandparents were Catholic and I enjoyed going. I would ask to go to church with them sometimes because I felt a connection there.
Yeah.
But it felt funky at the same time.
Yep.
And then my parents were kind of neutral about it, or my dad hated it. And so when that happened, I was pretty much drinking myself to death.
Oh.
I went to hard liquor very hard.
Yeah.
Y'all are seeing me drinking whiskey.
Cheers.
I am, cheers to that.
Yeah.
I am very adamant that you don't get drunk. A buzz is okay for me, not for everybody.
Yeah.
But the Bible does talk about not getting drunk because you want to be able to always not defend the word, but you always want to be able to preach the word.
Yeah.
And so you never want to be in a situation, let's say when Christ comes back And he's like, "Hey, my good and faithful servant." And you're like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, you can't really have a conversation, right?
Yeah. That's a very good point.
you gotta be ready.
Yep.
You don't know when it's happening. You don't know when you're going to encounter somebody that needs the word.
Yeah.
That needs a prayer.
Yeah.
And I just want to be ready for that.
Yeah.
So
even if it's a Seahawks fan down at Patty's.
I will pray for them for many reasons. But I didn't care whether I lived or died.
Yeah.
And I was
that rocked your world.
It did. And I don't even know really why, because I wasn't that close with them. We grew up together.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen him in 10 years probably.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that I can think of is, I mean, you had seen your grandpa pass a couple of years before that.
Yeah.
Papa. But age is supposed to do that. When somebody's your contemporary, when somebody's your age and you knew them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's a different
because the reality of that you could die as
you're
well.
mortal.
Thing.
Yeah. I mean, that certainly would have been playing on me.
It could have. It was honestly, I think I was looking for a reason to explode.
Yeah. Yep.
I had a hard upbringing. I saw a lot that I shouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
And it was a very violent, not from my parents. My dad only hit me once. And then he learned never to, no, I'm kidding. No, he only hit me once.
My dad only hit me once, and it was when I tried to sneak out.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. I successfully snuck out.
I made a fist.
Oh.
In the middle of our argument.
Oh.
But that was a natural reaction because, like I said, I was a fighter.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
And
those fists are getting clenched.
Yeah. But I wasn't really going to hit him.
No.
But he said he hit me to let me know, don't hit me.
Uh-huh.
And so he dropped me.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah. It was a full hit.
Oh, yeah.
He dropped me and I stood up and I remember thinking, I'm going to beat your ass. But I didn't. And I just stopped and I went, and he goes, "You made a fist." He said it real fast. You made a fist. And I was like, all right, you got a point. I didn't make a fist.
I did indeed, yeah.
Maybe I did deserve that. Okay.
Yeah.
But
well, and
yeah.
So you've had this kind of crazy upbringing. You don't have God at that, right? I mean, at that point. And so where's your sense of direction? Where's your sense of, again, why am I here?
I had no idea.
Right. And so why wouldn't you explode at that point?
One of my really good friends and I, Josh, used to get high on the overlook over the beach.
Yeah.
And we contemplate life.
Yeah.
And his theory was always the ant farm theory.
What is the ant farm theory?
Oh, God is a kid with an ant farm.
Oh, he's the mean guy with the magnifying glass, burning the ones that he wants.
Exactly.
And, okay.
Oh, these guys are too happy. Let me shake it up or whatever,
Yeah.
It was always a school experiment in his eyes.
Okay.
And so I was always like, that's crazy.
Which isn't a terrible answer to why do bad things happen to people? Oh, yeah, God's just a mean kid that's shaking the...
If you're trying to figure things out, it's a natural conclusion, I think.
Yeah, it's certainly one of them.
Yeah. But that was like the most that I was spiritually at that time.
Yeah.
It was, we'd try to figure it out, but we didn't have any answers, even close.
Yeah.
So when this happened, like I said, it rocked my world and I started drinking a lot. And one night I drank a fifth of tequila by myself. And like probably within an hour or 2 hours, like super fast, just bad. And I was walking.
My liver hurts just thinking about it.
And tequila of all.
I was going to say
Jose Cuervo.
Yeah,
you're
there's only
friend of mine.
one option, and it's tequila.
So I was in a town called Isla Vista.
Okay.
Okay, that's the college town of UCSB.
Yep.
So it's party central.
Yeah, yeah.
And I grew up there in high school. I used to go there a lot. And I grew up with Chuck Liddell, who was a UFC fighter.
Yes, he was.
The
I
Iceman.
think he lives down in Oregon somewhere now.
San Luis Obispo
Is he
where
still
he
down
was
there?
last.
Oh.
He might have moved recently.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chuck. Yeah. I was thinking of.
You're thinking of Randy Couture.
I'm thinking of Couture.
Okay. No, Chuck lives in San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
And he was 2 years older than me in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But he came back after he graduated to train me on wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that had to be a blast.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But when he was still a senior and I was a sophomore,
Yeah.
I used to go with him to Isla Vista and we'd go to the frat parties. And we would.
I mean, why not? You're a playboy at that point.
Well, and I've got the biggest, baddest dude in town.
Yeah, you do.
And
Nobody's messing with Chuck.
our whole group of friends were like him.
Oh my gosh.
I was the littlest and the youngest out of the whole group.
Yeah.
But there was, there was like 4 or 5 guys that were badasses.
Oh yeah.
I mean, ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're in the Chuck entourage, how can you not be a badass?
Oh, dude, we used to go to Isla Vista and we would go to the frat parties and we'd walk into a frat party. You're not allowed in a frat party unless you're a part of the fraternity, right? Or a sorority that's connected with them.
Right.
We would walk in and they could not stop us from walking in.
Yeah.
We would take their girls and take the party someplace else. If you did not like that,
that's so bad.
We would beat your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
And
you were taking it no matter what.
Yes.
You could do it.
And it wasn't like the girls were forcibly taken away. I don't mean it like that. No, it was, hey, it's flirtation and all that stuff, trying to get them interested. And then you take the party someplace else.
Yeah.
Well, now the guys are getting jealous.
Yeah.
And so they're like, whoa. This is our party. And these are our sorority girls. You can't do this. And it's like, did you want to stop me?
Yeah, right.
And then
there's only so many girls to go around.
Yeah.
You guys are getting subtracted out of this situation. How do you want to handle it?
And the majority of the time they would try to battle us because they could see we're high school kids. Beat the shit up. Like super bad. It was such a thing with all of us. Like nobody looked at Chuck like this idol.
No, because nobody knew who he was at that point.
We knew he was the baddest out of us.
Yes. But you were all bad.
And there was only a couple of times where I remember stopping and just watching him.
Oh, yeah.
And just going, fuck.
So you weren't surprised when he was successful in UFC after that?
No, but I was surprised when I called him up one time after, I don't know, third or fourth fight. And me and a buddy that, who was also 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
And who was a badass himself. And like we had huge rumbles type stuff. Like there was it was crazy stuff back then.
Yeah.
Like we had these fights in the middle of a varsity football game that took up the whole crowd. Like it was insane stuff. There was this Mexican brothers, 5 brothers that were insane fighters.
Yeah.
And it was like our group against their group.
Oh yeah.
And then our group would just get bored, and so we'd start fighting other people. But
that's so good.
It was crazy. And so, so Chuck, I called him up after one of the fights, and it's like, dude, where were the elbows? And he goes, what are you talking about? And I go, in round 2. It was like, what was it? Like a minute and a half into the round.
Yeah.
Dude, there were so many openings for you to throw elbows. You could have laid them out.
Yeah.
And it got quiet. And he says, don't you ever fucking tell me how to fight again. And I was like, whoa, Chuck. And he goes, no, back the fuck off. This is my job. I'm a professional.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Don't tell me how to fight again. And so this was at the beginning of his reign where he was the light heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, he was.
He's a big reason why UFC became what UFC became.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
He's an OG.
Yeah. And so I learned not to do that after that. And honestly, I think I've only talked to him once since then.
Yeah.
But
That's too funny.
But anywho, back to my friend passing on, and I was drinking and stuff. So I was in Isla Vista, and I was at a party. I drank this fifth of tequila, and I go down Del Playa Street, which is the main street, and I'm looking for a fight.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be?
Yeah. Like, tequila will always do that.
Yeah.
And so I go and I hit the hood of this car that stopped in front of me.
Yeah.
And I, get out, motherfuckers, and da-da-da, bring it on. I'll kill all you guys. I had no idea who was in the car. I couldn't see inside of it. Everything was blurry anyways. I couldn't see anything.
You're seeing 3 of everything.
It's huge.
Oh, no.
Black dude comes out.
Oh, no.
And I say this because I'm a 5'9" white boy.
Yeah.
And then out of the passenger seat was a bigger black dude.
Oh, no.
And out of the back seats were even more dudes.
Oh, no.
And there
you just bit off more than you could chew.
Way more.
Yeah.
But I wasn't scared.
No.
And I was just like, bring it on.
Liquid courage.
I don't care. Come on.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I was just ready to go. I wanted to either end it or finish it, whatever was going to happen.
Yep.
Luckily, one of the guys in the car was a friend of mine.
Oh my gosh. You would have been dead. You weren't making it to 54. You were dead then.
There was a cliff. They would have thrown me off.
Yes.
These guys were badass mofos.
Yeah.
Ken, who was a friend of mine, who we'd been through some pretty tough stuff before. I actually met him through another party where I was fighting 5 guys, and he stood behind me, and he's huge. I mean, he's like got that whole V shape of a back and stuff. He's like just totally
huge.
And like bodybuilder style, but can do something with it.
Yeah.
And he was standing behind me. I didn't know.
Oh.
And I was trying to fight these 5 guys that I was defending this girl's honor.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll take all you guys on right now. Come on. And I was like ready to go. And they're like, a couple of them were willing to go. The other were like, I don't know if we can beat this guy, but it's 5-1. And then they saw him standing behind me, and these guys ran.
That's like a classic movie scenario.
It was. It was like, was it Tebow?
That's right. Yeah, you walk away, you run, and then you turn and, oh, they weren't scared of me.
It was totally like that.
So good.
Because they're walking away, and I was like, yeah, motherfucker. And I turn around, and I see him, and I just go, oh, hey, what's up?
That's so good.
And he goes, you all right? I said, it's all good now. And he goes, all right. And so from then on out, we became friends.
Yeah, you did.
And so, and he actually ended up being my boss at like a yogurt place that I worked at.
Yeah.
And so we used to always talk about that day.
Yeah.
And we used to laugh about it all the time.
Of course.
And how it was just like a movie.
Yeah.
And so he came out of the car. And he goes, whoa, 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 whoa. I know this boy. And they're like, no, this boy's got to die. And I was like, bring it on. Come on. And he goes, no, something's not right. Something's wrong. And he jumped up and he put his arms around me. Oh. And he goes, back off.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. This isn't right. This isn't the way
this
he
isn't
is.
Noah.
And so, and like, I think I was even throwing out N-words and stuff like I was trying.
You should have gotten your ass beat.
I was trying to.
Yeah, you were.
And I think that's what what I was shooting for was just take me out.
Yep.
I don't care
anymore.
And so he stopped it. And then my buddy Miguel came up. Miguel's a little dude, so he's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But he comes up and Ken goes, hey, grab him and get the fuck out of here.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, I will. Just don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. He goes, no. He's my boy.
Yeah.
Just get him out of here before he hurts himself.
Uh-huh.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So he drove me home.
Yep.
And,
a lot of wisdom there.
Yeah. And like talk about things happening at the right time for a certain reason.
Always does.
So I got home I had a girlfriend at the time. I lived with her, and so she wasn't home. And I got home, and I was gonna go throw up in the bathroom. And as I was crawling to the bathroom, and Miguel had dropped me off and left.
Yeah.
And I didn't even make it to the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
I stopped halfway between the bathroom and the bedroom,
Uh-huh.
and I gave up.
Oh.
Like, I literally gave my life at that point. I just said, I don't want to live anymore. I don't care. And I think what I did was I just stopped breathing. I think I just went, and I died.
Whoa.
So when I died, nobody was there. And my spirit left my body. I went into the corner of the room.
Yeah.
I remember being in the corner of the bathroom, and I could see my body laying there.
Yeah.
I saw when my girlfriend got home, and she thought I was just passed out.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to wake me up. It's not working. And she grabbed a compact and put it underneath my mouth just to see if like it would blow any of the powder away or anything. Nothing happened. She called Miguel, and who was an EMT at the time.
Oh, convenient.
Yeah. And said, hey, this is what's happening. Get back over here.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'll be right back. And they're thinking, call the cops. You don't know what's going on. It was like, watch out.
Right.
So then my girlfriend calls my dad. And my dad said, did you call 911? And she goes, well, no. And he goes, what the fuck are you doing calling me? Call 911. He's dead.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. I'm seeing all
You're
of
watching
this.
all
I'm
this.
watching all of this. And so then she calls 911. Now I'm going to pause on what I could see.
Yeah.
This was my realization that God existed, because I didn't know at this point.
Oh.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
Like I told you, he was a evil little kid with an ant farm.
Right.
And so I'm in the corner of the bathroom looking down at my body, and somebody's talking to me, and I can't see them.
Okay.
I can only hear their voice, and they sound like they're talking down to me.
Yeah.
And they said, you need to go back. And I said, no. And we got in an argument. You need to go back.
Yeah.
And I said, no. And he was like, no. The whole time he was staying peaceful about it. But I remember I was getting more elevated.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, no, I'm not going back. Life sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to be back there anymore.
Yep. I'm done.
I feel good right now.
Yeah.
And he goes, you can't stay. You need to go back. And I go, no, you didn't hear me. I don't like that. I like this. This feels good.
Yeah.
And he kept telling me, you got to go back. And so it was an argument.
Yeah.
And then he goes, your brother. And I went, that's fucking cold. And then he did it again.
Uh-huh.
Your brother. I said, that's messed up.
Yeah.
How could, don't do that to me.
Right.
And he goes, your brother.
And you knew.
And I was like, fuck, he needs me.
Oh.
And it was, I so wanted to stay there.
Yeah. Why did you want to stay there?
Because I wasn't hurting. My
Yeah.
whole life I was hurting. I was taken away from my mom when I was 9.
Yep.
And she was my world.
Yep.
I lived with my dad, who didn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
And drugs were involved.
Yeah.
Violence was involved.
Yeah.
And I even realized it early on that I had abandonment issues.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
my mom, it was like my mom gave up on me at 9.
Yeah.
I can't handle you anymore. You're too out of control.
Yeah.
I got to send you to your dad. So that was an abandonment issue. She's like, this is the one person that loves me unconditionally in life.
Yeah.
and that I love unconditionally, and she's sending me away.
Yeah.
So that was hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, here it is telling me to go back for my brother. And
Well, and no pain. I mean, it sounds like there's probably some peace.
it was definitely peaceful.
Yeah.
It felt very nice.
Yeah.
And there was a realization that came many years later about this situation, and I'll get to that in a second. But he kept telling me that my brother needed me, and my brother was like my son. Like I say it, I'll talk to my son or about my son, and I'll call him Jameson.
Oh yeah,
which is my brother's name.
Yeah,
and my wife catches me all the time. I go, but he was like a son to me.
Yeah.
And so it was like, all right, he needs me. I'll go back.
Yeah.
I'll go back for him.
Yeah.
And, but at this point I was still saying no, but I was like, I literally, and I think it's hilarious that I literally looked back at whoever was talking to me and I said, that's cold. Like, how can you go there?
Yeah.
You hit me at a spot.
One spot. You played the one chord that you know is going to hit me.
That was a kidney shot if I ever saw one. And then,
did you come to recognize the voice?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it was Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, I assume that's who it was.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
But because I didn't see anybody.
Yeah.
It was just hearing a voice. But it was a peaceful voice. It was lovely. Everything was nice about it.
Yeah.
I didn't see a light or anything like that.
Yeah. It really wasn't your time.
It wasn't on so many levels.
Yeah.
I wasn't saved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So him sending me back, was it to save my brother?
Or was it to save you?
Save myself.
Or both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, was I unsaved? Yeah, I wasn't saved.
Yeah.
I didn't accept Christ as my savior yet.
Yeah.
So what happens to me?
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's, we don't have that long in the podcast. And I have answers to that too, but we don't have that long in the podcast. So anyways, the next thing I saw was Miguel giving me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Not as peaceful.
Homophobia brought me back to life. I literally said, what the fuck? It shocked me because I'm thinking, why is he kissing me?
That's so funny.
And the next thing I know, I'm coughing him off of me. And I was breathing again. And Miguel was like, woohoo, I did it.
Get off of me.
Yeah. And it was like, And
so good.
So that was something that just kind of simmered for many years.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't something, it wasn't like this.
You didn't go the
amazing
next
turnaround.
day.
No, it took a while. Like I believed that God was real.
Yeah.
I knew without a doubt.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. And I wish everybody could experience something like that to where they can know without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand.
But I would imagine that was still playing through your mind for the next couple of years.
In the background.
Yeah.
And then, so I was around 21, around 23. One of my employees, she would read her Bible during breaks and stuff like that. And I told them they could read, or hey, bust your butt. You get the job done.
Yeah, do whatever.
If everything's done, I don't care if you sit down and read or whatever. That's totally fine because you didn't have your phones to flip through stuff at that time.
Yeah.
And so she'd sit there and read her Bible. And then I would start asking questions. And then I started reading the Bible and I started going to her, like it was a college youth group type thing. And started going to that. And then that's when I gave my life to Christ.
Cool. What was the turning point? What facilitated that final push?
I'm stubborn. So I think it was that experience of dying.
Yeah.
It just took me a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or not a long time, but a couple years.
Yeah.
To really let it sink in completely.
Yeah. Well, and even, I mean, you get this pinnacle, amazing experience, but you don't have any of the foundation, any of the knowledge, any of the experience to help backfill that. So you kind of had to build that over the next couple of years.
Yeah, I didn't understand what had happened.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, how
had
do you
to
put that
bring
into context?
understanding as time went on.
Yeah.
And so I just started diving into the word.
Yeah.
This really nice couple gave me a Bible. And then I don't know, like a year or so later, I was baptized.
Cool.
And then it was a very slow progression.
Yeah.
God didn't take everything bad out of my life.
No.
It was a very slow thing.
Yeah.
I was still smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
I was still partying hard.
Yeah.
But I love God.
Yeah.
But I was partying hard.
Uh-huh.
And then it took time. And then like I was still preaching to people.
Yeah.
But I was still partying.
Yeah.
When I was in Arizona, I lived in Arizona for a year, and all I did was study the word and preach to people.
Cool.
Whether that was at a party that I threw, a party of somebody else's that I went to.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to come to a party and start being a preacher. No, it wasn't like that. It was, hey, I'm hanging out with y'all. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
And somebody said something and I had an answer.
Yeah.
And they were like, whoa, tell me more. And before you know it, there's 5-10 people gathered around and they all want to hear.
Yep.
And it would go from a party situation into a Bible situation.
Cool.
Craziness.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So wild.
Yeah.
I preached at strip clubs. I kid you not. Arizona
do you want to go get a dance or do you want to talk the word?
Okay. I can double up on that.
Oh, no.
So in Arizona, it was in Tempe,
okay,
which is where Arizona State University is.
Yep.
And so it's a party town.
Yes, it is.
I've always hung out with people younger than me. And so everybody I was hanging out with, and I was 28 or so at the time, they were all in their college ages.
Yep.
So there was anywhere between 20 and 25.
Yep.
And so one of the nights we were out partying, and a couple guys want to go to a strip club. And I was like, no, guys, I don't really want to. And they go, oh, come on, let's go. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, we'll go. And we go, and I started preaching something. I don't even remember what it was, but I was talking to 3 guys that I was with at this table. And we're in a booth, right? And we can see the stripper area over here. And strippers would come around and they would try to get lap dances and stuff.
Okay, yep.
We had 4 to 5 strippers hanging at our table just hearing the gospel. It was insane. And can I tell you,
oh gosh,
my friends did not like me at that time.
No, they didn't.
No, they were so pissed off. Like, we just want ass in our face, and we just like, but it was
and instead you get John.
Yeah. I was like, I started preaching. And so then this one gal was very interested, and you can tell she just needed to hear this.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, $20, you get a private room? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I gave her $20, went to the private room.
Yeah.
And she started to do I go, no. Let's just finish our conversation.
Oh, I love it.
And she goes, are you serious?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah. You were interested, right? And she goes, I'm really interested. And I'm like, I'm willing to pay $20 to help you out.
Oh, I love that.
And she goes, okay. And so we sat there talking for, 15 minutes or whatever you have as a time limit for that. And then she goes, our time's up. And I was like, well, hey, I'm glad we had that opportunity to talk, and I hope it helps you out in any way. Yeah. And she goes, no. Hold on a second. And so she went and she paid $20 for the next 15 minutes.
No way.
Because she wanted to hear more.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It was so neat. And so after that finished, she got in trouble, actually.
Oh, no.
Because the manager knew she wasn't doing a lap dance.
Uh-huh.
And so he got mad at her.
Who cares where the $20 coming from?
As long as she's making money.
Yeah.
And so then I went back out to my group of friends and they were like, yeah, you kind of ruined our night. We're ready to go. Because apparently the strippers, remember I said there was like 3 to 5 of them?
Yeah.
They hung out and they kept wanting to ask questions about God and these guys didn't know. And they're like, I got no game to spit because I don't know anything about God.
Isn't this where you asked me for a dance? Why are you asking more? No.
Yeah, they were just like, no, I want to know more. I want to know more.
That's so funny.
And that was my mission when I was in Arizona, was just to preach to people. And it was really cool. It was, there's a verse. I don't have verses memorized. I'm really bad at that.
Yeah.
But Paul was talking about being able to go into any situation and preach the word.
Yeah.
The word is the word, no matter where you go. And why are you going to the people that already know it? Why not go to the people that don't know it?
Right. It's a classic, let your light so shine.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that I took to heart. And so when I was in Arizona, that's what I did.
Cool.
And then sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what other stories to throw in there. I was going to
say, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Because so that's pushing into your late 20s, right?
Yes.
Mom passes, and then you've got your 30s, and then you end up getting married at 39.
Yes.
So, I mean, what happened during your 30s, and how'd you meet your wife?
Well, I met my wife because my brother thought she was hot.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And you got to her first.
Yeah. So, in my 30s, I lived in Oregon for pretty much all of my 30s.
And some of that was Bend?
Yeah, all of it was Bend.
I love
Bend.
So, okay, I've got to ask because nobody knows where this is. Have you ever been to Paulina Lake?
Wait. Yes. I'm trying to think of where it is, but I know the name.
So if you go south from Bend to Sun River, and you pass it by like another 10 minutes, Newberry Crater off to the east, Paulina Lake.
Yes.
Okay.
So near that spot.
Yeah.
So Prineville was over here. So what was Lapine?
Yeah.
Okay. So over by Lapine, I used to go camping a lot.
Cool.
I was really into survival.
And you're in the perfect spot for it.
Oh, yeah. It was, we live in Idaho, and Idaho is beautiful.
Yes.
It doesn't even come close to Bend, Oregon.
Oh, yeah?
Bend is amazing. Like, I don't know if they send goats out into the woods, but if you go into the woods here, there's so much underbrush.
Yeah.
That it's hard to get around.
Very.
In Oregon, or at least around Bend, it's not like that.
No,
it's fair. It's groomed.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't, and I honestly say this, I don't know if it's what they do, but I think that they probably let goats out there.
They have to.
And just clean it all up under
something.
It's amazing to go hiking and stuff over there.
Growing up, I always thought I was going to live my life in Bend, and didn't end up happening. And now there's so many people in Bend. It's kind of obnoxious. But that whole area,
my friends tell me,
beautiful.
You wouldn't even recognize it, and you would hate it if you came back.
Yeah. We were just there a month and a half ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my cousin lives northeast of Bend.
Okay.
And they have 150 acres, and it's just
like Prineville area, or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's beautiful.
I love Prineville. It's a nice spot.
Yeah.
It's that was my favorite place to live.
Oh yeah.
But the prices got
the prices now are ridiculous.
I am famous for moving to a place right when the prices have gotten too high to buy a house.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I did it in Arizona, I did it in Bend, and I've done it here.
Wonderful. Okay, so I will not follow you wherever.
Do not follow me where I go at all. Hopefully I will learn my lesson. And I shouldn't say that, because I have followed God every place I've gone.
It's always the right answer.
It was a God. Actually, Bend was the only place I moved to where I didn't ask permission.
Really?
Yeah.
And you were there for a decade.
Yeah. And that was honestly my favorite place.
Stop asking permission.
It was, I know, it was, I wanted to move to Montana.
Oh,
And so did my wife.
yeah.
And when we were ready to do that about 8 years ago, um, God pointed us to Coeur d'Alene.
Oh.
And I was like, I've driven through Coeur d'Alene to go to Missoula before,
yeah.
but I don't know much about it. And he was like, that's where I want you.
Cool.
And I was like, all right.
All right.
And then I moved here and it's been a disaster ever since. I
That's
kid
terrible.
you not, it has been a disaster.
Can
we take a pause really fast?
Of course. Okay, so let's hear. We're back.
We're back.
And this is where, again, with me re-examining everything, and with you going from no real religion to being saved, I really think that, like, agnosticism or atheism, I understand them, but I still come to the conclusion of, how do you believe that something didn't create all this? Right? That something made this all happen, because it's the classic bunch of monkeys typing on typewriters. Eventually they're going to write the Bible.
Right.
Okay, but that's like a 0.00000000001% chance.
It's kind of that thing where they say you can look at an eyeball.
Yeah.
And how that is designed.
Yeah.
And that alone should explain that there was a designer.
Right.
Like, it could be as simple as that.
100%.
But you have to have an experience, I think, to really understand it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember before I had my death experience.
Yeah.
I searched.
Yeah.
I talked to pastors. I talked to priests. I talked to rabbis.
Yeah.
I went around. I looked into the Muslim religion. I looked into Buddhism. I looked into everything.
Yeah.
Before
you had questions. You were curious.
I was very curious when in my younger years. But I'm sorry.
No, please.
Back it up a little bit. Yeah, back the whole question up again.
Okay.
Because I have to admit, just because there's so much I wanted to talk about.
I was going to say, I know, I always feel like at the end of these, I'm like, we could do another episode.
It's so hard.
And I'm going to have to.
I missed like half of the stuff that I thought we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
And so all that gets bunched up as I'm trying to respond to that question you had.
Yeah.
So my mind gets a little boggled.
Yeah.
So ask the question again.
Well, and especially because you've got stories that help tell the answer. You have your logic or whatever it is that helps explain you've got so many. So that's why we end up, if you guys haven't recognized yet, we go on a lot of tangents on this show.
Yes, we do.
And then you're like, I wanted to get on these 5 subjects and we never even touched them.
I totally had a vision of this conversation going in a different way. And before we had spoken online or over the internet, that I've done memoirs. I've started my memoir.
Yes. Yeah. I was going to say, you have a book.
Yeah. And I got into it and I was like, dude, I'm just going to nail this.
Oh, yeah.
And I got into it like 10, 15, 20 pages. And then I would just stopped.
Yes.
And I didn't do it.
No.
I've got so much to say.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't stay on track, it's so easy to it's so hard to bring it back. And I don't have the best memory.
So I'm gonna ask you my last question.
All right, go for it.
And then, okay, you already know what it is because you listened to an episode.
All right.
If you had a microphone that could reach everybody on the planet,
I have one right here.
Yes, you do. So what is your message to the people?
It's got to be about God. I mean, I've had a hard life.
I've experienced things that I think a lot of people shouldn't have. That I haven't even touched on in this conversation. And that God fills me with love. When I see love given to somebody else, whatever whatever it might be, I gave a couple examples, but when I see somebody giving love to somebody else, it breaks me down.
Yeah.
I mean, it breaks me down like seeing my child do something good. It's just like, it's, when the Bible talks about being Christ-like,
Yeah.
that's what I feel is when I see somebody giving love to somebody else. Gosh, it moves me like nothing else does. It really does.
Well, it's almost like it's the two great commandments. Love God and love each other.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for joining Noah and I on our 31st episode of Main Character Podcast. Noah, this has been a blast.
Man. I love you and I appreciate it. I love you guys.
I appreciate it.
Right on.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Main Character Podcast. If you dig the content, please click that follow button. And if you found today's guest inspiring, please share this episode with someone you think will benefit from it. If you'd like to be a guest on Main Character Podcast, reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, where I'd also appreciate a follow. All links can be found at my website, coachwithbrandon.com.